Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends have fun playing D&D, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you for giving us a couple extra minutes while we got all the tech stuff all figured out. If this is your first time tuning in, warmest of welcomes to you. We hope you guys enjoy, and wherever it is that you're listening to us or watching us, we hope that you follow along. Check out other episodes we have. We have those up on the YouTube still at the moment. And yeah, as far as housekeeping goes, before we get into our game, honestly, with it being such a crazy time, if you do need something else to watch, you do need something else to kind of consume, while you're just hanging out at home, check us out on YouTube. We have all of the back catalog there. You can follow along with the story, catch up, and we're still playing live on Saturdays at 4 o'clock Eastern, so feel free to tune in then. But that's all I have for housekeeping, so let's get into tonight's episode. But before we do, let's introduce our cast. We are down a Jill tonight, so Ro will not be in the player seat today. But for players today, first we have Cole playing our Firbolg Druid and fastest mount in the land. It's Addix.
Yeet.
Next, we have Becca playing the feisty half-elf rogue warlock and super-powered caster. It's Deah.
Hello.
Next is Michelle playing the Tiefling Wizard and Baby Bear Wrestling League champion. It's Rudy.
God, she felt so bad.
Next is Jess playing the Tiefling Fighter, Paladin, and Chaos Organizer. Yes, that does make sense. It's Mercy.
That actually does make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. It's not Organizer of Chaos. It's Chaos Organizer. Next is Jolly playing our official precious being, the Asmore Sorcerer, and one ready for the petting zoo. It's Maddie.
Yes, sheep.
And finally, it's me, Jace, playing the Firbolg Paladin, Barbarian, and Bear Wrestling Champion. It's Gale, featuring a sword that's sometimes a dog and a dog that's sometimes a sword. Our DM is ready. Connor, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just finished up a race in the town of Warridge, where upon the Bard Mysterious Stranger, Ro, had tried her hardest to attract the attention of the entire crowd, and by proxy, Demos, the golden dragon who was hiding somewhere in the crowd, looking for something interesting to happen. She succeeded and got his attention, and in doing so, made a request that surprised him. She requested the ability to be his friend. The wish was granted, and since the only other person to surprise him was the warlock rogue Deah, Deah was granted another boon, which happened to be stronger because of Ro's actions. And where we last left off, Demos had to go wander off as a surprise visitor had showed up and taken him away for some unknown business. And you guys were off finishing up your events at the festival, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'll quickly get some noise
Festival
going.
music.
Oh, yep. I gotta turn that back on. Oops.
There we go. Music starting up right now. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think Maddie and Deah are headed to the petting zoo. Addicts, if you wanted to tag along.
Oh my god, no.
Date.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, but Maddie just left to go to the petting zoo and hope there are sheep there.
There almost certainly are sheep if you're just looking.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, this is the town has a very large farming population, and by proxy, there are people who do own ranchable animals like sheep and pigs and such. So yes, you would be able to find that no real problems.
Well, she will instantly go to the nearest sheep and then just start petting it.
Uh,
Oh my god! Oh, you're so
This-
cute.
this little sheep just kind of looks up at you.
Oh my god.
Oh
I,
my
I will point out this Maddie is in the presence of a lot of other people who are also saying hello to various animals in the petting zoo, many of which happen to be children.
Oh, I feel called out. Yes.
I mean,
It's true,
those
and you
are
know
the
it.
people who normally go to petting zoos. What do you want from me?
I didn't. I feel called out. Anyway, but yeah, yeah, she just keeps petting the sheep and doesn't mind anything. I think she forgot that Deah.
It's fine.
Is with her? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
feeling.
just at the fence, like, watching her and keeping an eye on the crowd and making sure there's no, like, nefarious folk trying to take advantage of anyone.
Yeah, okay. You can roll a perception check for that.
Starting off strong. Not advantage. So anyway.
21. You don't around the petting zoo area. You don't note anyone who appears to be attempting anything nefarious. No one looks like they're. You don't see anybody who looks like they're trying to be like pickpocketing or screwing anybody over at the moment in time. Especially not in this area, as there's only so much you can do in the way of screwing someone over when they're petting a goat.
Yeah.
Connor, they could be overcharging for feed, so you can feed the baby animals.
That's
You
what.
would
But that's
charge
the problem. Is
$3
that's
for
that's
that.
what a petting zoo is.
Maybe that's
Jess,
true.
this is Thea tried to charge people like 8 gold for a muffin. She's not gonna notice that.
That's true. But I think like later on, Maddie realized that Deah was like next to the fence. She's like, "Oh, I forgot. Sorry, Deah, I forgot you were here.
No worries, don't feel bad.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just petting the sheeps
It's fine.
here.
Ah!
Oh, you're so cute.
I'm just keeping my promise.
I mean, you don't have to follow me around, Deah.
No, I abandoned you last time, and that is not good. So,
That recalls bad memories again.
oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Well,
I mean, it was kind of my fault, so I didn't mean to bring that up. Plus, I didn't want to bother you if you were talking to Demos.
no, I had got what I needed out of him, I guess.
Okay. Well, do you want to pet the sheeps with me?
Sure. You know what? I don't think I've ever touched a sheep.
I mean, it's fine. They're so fluffy. It's so round. They're like clouds walking on land.
I pet the sheep.
Roll animal handling.
I'm doing it. 11.
Ah! The sheep kind of gives you a bug-eyed look that sheep typically do.
Why is it bug eyeing her?
It's... Are there pupils? Weird.
I mean, I think sheep have the weird
I
pupils.
think they
Let me
have
double
the
check.
rectangular eye.
Yeah, they do, but they're still cute.
There's just like,
Yep, sheep have the rectangular eye pupils.
it's just like, did you know that their pupils are weird? I don't like
No,
how it's looking at me.
I just kind of ignore that fact, but I just look at the fluff more than the eyes. Like, come on, they're so cute! How can you not say they're cute? And then she just kind of hugs the sheep.
Yeah, they're cute, I guess. They're so awkward right now.
I mean, if there's anything you want to do, we can, like, leave.
No, it's fine. I'm just here.
Usually I just go to these petting zoos in the previous festivals with my dad. So I guess I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, on the ship and back in Precretia, we didn't really have these kinds of things. Or at least they weren't available to me.
Aw, I wish they were. But festivals are so fun, though.
Alright, chat. Yeah, they're very noisy and crowded.
Oh, that's true. But this is the only times that I get to spend time with my dad that's not in the bakery.
That's so sad.
It's nothing sad. It's just fun to, at least spend time with him. That's not only baking.
That's fair, yeah. It just kind of looks like, wistful, I guess.
Wistful.
This is the closest I can get to describe it. She gets kind of a far-off look in her eyes.
But yeah, we don't have to be here. We can just, go to a food stand or something.
We will do whatever you want to do. If you want to pet the sheep for 5 hours, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a waste since you're here.
No. No, it's fine. Trust me. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the last time I left you, Gail almost killed me.
Well, I kind of expected he was gonna get mad anyway. Don't worry about it.
I have been meaning to ask, though. I'm just... I don't understand what you see in me. I'm sorry if this is sudden, but... I mean, no better time to ask than a sheep in between us. Why? I don't get it.
Maddie turns a little bit red about when she asked that kind of question. Well, I mean, we spend time together while we're cooking, and I just think, you really need to talk to. I don't feel lonely when I'm cooking with you.
Oh, well. I really enjoy cooking with you as well. To be honest, when I'm cooking with you, I feel almost like a normal person.
Aww.
And no matter what happens, I hope we can keep cooking together.
Oh,
And-
I love that.
And maybe you can teach me how to make bread.
Cooking? Shut up, Rudy!
Yes, cooking!
She said cooking, not cucking. Come on.
I said cooking.
For the record, that should have been under Michelle, not Rudy, because Rudy does not know any of this shit.
True. That's true. I mean, but then also the fact that your smile's pretty cute.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry if I mean, you asked, so. I mean, at this
They're
point,
just like ducks behind the sheep, like, oh god. This got so awkward.
sorry.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bub. Me out there.
Dia's awkwardness.
I've never had someone like you like me, I guess, and I don't know what to do now.
Well, I mean,
Cool.
you don't have to accept my feelings. It's okay to not.
It's not that, this is uncharted territory. Like, I don't know. I definitely feel different around you. I just don't know what that means yet.
I mean, that's understandable. Connor, were you gonna say something?
No. My phone accidentally beeped like right into the microphone.
Oh.
I didn't even
That's
hear
why
you.
I said sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear it or anything. But yeah, it's I guess treat it like it's natural.
Fuck feelings. Make everything so complicated.
Feelings are complicated. I mean, I guess right now we could just leave the petting zoo and go, I don't know, wander off, I guess.
Get some more funnel cake.
Do it again! The funnel cake. But sure, sure, funnel cakes.
Hell yeah, funnel cakes, let's go. They were so tasty last time. I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, you left it with me.
Did you finish it at least?
I mean, yeah, while I was crying about it, but sure.
Okay, as long as it doesn't go to waste. Not about wasting food.
I wonder where the others are, though.
Transition. Get me out of this scene. I don't know.
No. Smash
Alright.
cut to Gail and Mercy trying to wrangle a pig.
Oh yeah. So you guys do want to participate in the greased pig competition.
Well, we're not
mean,
participating. We're winning this shit.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I will be following them because I want to see this. I will watch, but I will not participate.
All I can think of is smash cut. Now you're probably wondering how we got into this situation.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, smash cut to a lineup of various people. You see at the very left end of it, there are a few people who look to be like villagers. One man looks to be a blacksmith. A couple of young women who are giggling amongst themselves as this is something they typically do not do. Gail and Mercy, easily the biggest people in this entire bunch, a couple of kids, and then a few more villagers. As you guys are all lining up and waiting for a greased pig to be released. You guys would have had to have paid 10 gold each to participate.
Done.
And the rules are simple. Catch the pig. Whoever manages to catch it wins. That's it.
Gil's gonna start sliding one of the Hari potions out of his pouch.
The what potions?
Oh, are they
Harvey's
the drugs?
drugs.
Oh God,
Mossie's just gonna look at Gale and
You-
go,
You
really?
bought one of these? Of course, a
No,
couple.
not during pig wrestling when there are children on the other side of you.
What does that have to do then?
I don't even begin to have enough time to explain the moral implications of this.
If they can't win, then they're not strong enough. They need to learn somewhere.
Hey, Gale, how about this instead? What will bring me joy is a bet out of this, okay?
Okay.
Whoever wins, I don't know, what do you want? We could bet gold, but, meh. How about this? If I win, you help me with a prank.
Okay, I can do that.
What do you want if you win?
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, you can think on it.
I'll do that. I can think on that.
And now I'm going to look away so that way I don't have to think about the fact you're going to be high during this.
And as Gale slips himself the party potion,
Yep.
I think she should be fine.
I think so too. No idea. Let's find out what happens. Gale, you dose yourself with the party potion, and then suddenly there's a loud noise, and then a squealing pig comes rushing out of the gate, and you watch as people around you start moving as fast as they can towards this pig. What are you guys going to do?
Gale's going to rage and tear off after the thing.
Oh my god!
Marcy's also going to try to get to it, but I guess she's not going to fucking do what Gale's doing.
All right. So.
Oh. Although
Also,
I could
don't
do
I have to
something-
roll for this, don't I?
Yes,
I could do
absolutely. So,
something.
the way it works is pretty straightforward. First, you make basically a dexterity check to get to it first. I will give you a bonus or reduced DC, Jace, because you have a bonus to your movement anyway, so it's no big deal.
Yep.
And then you have to make an athletics check to actually grab onto it and hold it.
Got it.
All right, so I'm going to need some dexterity checks. Let's go.
That's a 6 from Gale.
Oh, this is not going to be pretty, though. An 8.
All right. So you see that the cluster of girls and the blacksmith are going off at a breakneck speed and are actually managing to catch up to the pig really quickly. The cluster of women are actually doing much better than the blacksmith. Meanwhile, the kids and a few of the villagers are lagging behind, along with Gale, who is at the top of it. Now, the party potion acts more or less like haste. I need you to roll me a d10.
Oh, no.
Remember?
Oh,
Jace?
no, I remember.
Yeah, last time you saw strawberries.
That's a...
Oh, one.
Well, and the haste lasts for one round.
Yes!
I'll give you a second roll on that dex check, bud.
Got it. That's a 15.
Okay. And you're doing a little better with that second burst of energy from the haste, but you're not close enough to the pig.
Got it.
The cluster of girls are going to try and grapple this pig. Disadvantage as it's greased. With only a 7 plus 2 on the roll, they only get a 9. They do not succeed. One of them takes a pretty nasty header trying to actually grab hold of this and slips right off the hindquarters of it and just crashes into the ground face first, while the other two trip over her. Next round, I'm going to need some more dex checks from everybody who isn't Gale, because Gale is now experiencing the after effects of haste.
Gale got very distracted.
It took one round, and
Yep.
then suddenly you're just like, oh no.
And this is why you
yes.
don't do drugs, kids. I got a 19.
19 on the dexterity check. Very good. Can anybody beat you? No. No one beats you. The kids, the kids who are in this as well are managing to catch up a little closer to you, but most everybody else is not standing much of a chance. Gale is, well,
Gale.
for the moment, completely kind of zoned out. You see that his eyes are starting to go a little wall-eyed. He's unfocused. He's just kind of standing there and stumbling. Mercy, you're the closest to the pig. If you'd like to, you can try to grab it. It's an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay. 19.
Ooh. 19 on athletics. You get very close to this pig. You manage to hold on to it for a second or two, and then it slips out of your hands and starts running away. Unfortunately, 19 is not good enough for this greased pig. It starts running away from you again. Jace, Gale can now roll again.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I remember what I was doing now.
Dex checks now.
That's 17.
From everyone?
From everybody, yes.
9.
All right.
Got the one good one when Gale was stupefied.
Getting a lot of good rolls. Gale, you see that at the very back of the pack is the kids this time, as well as Mercy, as it looks like the pig started taking off in a different direction. The kids started tripping, and Mercy is recovering from grabbing a hold of the pig. Most everybody else is right up behind you, and there is only one person in front of you, which would be the blacksmith, and he's going to try and go for a grab.
I don't like that these NPCs are rolling better than us.
Well, better is pretty subjective. He just rolled a 7 and an 8, so
Fair enough.
on a strength check. So he grabs hold of the pig, and it just kicks him and runs away. Dex checks.
Yeah. 6. I don't have any luck
That's
left either.
4. He was like, "Oh shit! Get out of the way!"
9, 4, 15, 8. Okay. So it looks like a few of the villagers are managing to catch up to the pig this time. One in particular, a kind of a scruffy-looking, somewhat overweight man is managing to get hold of it. He's going to try and grab the sucker. And with a 4, it was a natural 20 and a 4. So you know which one he has to go with.
How unfortunate.
He tries to grab hold of the pig, slips right off of it, and rolls on the ground. Dex checks.
One more bad one. 9.
That's an 18
Gale,
from Gale.
I think you're almost certainly going to get it, Gale. Yeah, Gale. You're leading the pack. No one else is managing to catch up to you. And with you biting your lip and using your rage to get closer to this pig, you got the lead on him. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go and tackle him.
Oh,
And you don't have to
okay.
disadvantage because you're raging.
You don't have disadvantage because you're raging.
All right, and this is athletics.
It's athletics.
Damn it.
It's a 19.
Oh, you running tackle this pig, and you manage to pin it down for a second, and it slips right out from between your hands. You're so fucking close. It's so annoying. Dex checks.
Hold on.
It's a 13 from Gale.
Rolling like fire on
20.
these guys. Yeah, with those natural 1s and 3s. Mercy, you are leading the pack. You jump over Gale as he's on the ground trying to recover from trying to grab that pig. Nobody else is managing to catch up to you. What would you like to do?
Same thing that we've been trying to do.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could use flavor.
26.
Oh, balls. And Mercy, using your speed, you manage to go sidelong onto the pig, and you just grab it with one arm and heft it up over your shoulder, just under the shoulder, just under its like armpits, and you just hold it up, and it cannot manage to slip out from your hand. You have yourself a greased pig. Congratulations, Mercy! You managed to win that one.
Mercy has it and then goes, I don't know what to do with this now. What am I supposed to do with it? Guys,
Put it on your head.
I don't want to hurt it. I have horns that are
Paradise
pointy.
is cheering and jumping up and down. It's like, yay!
Jesus. Well, you caught yourself a greased pig.
But more importantly, I just want help from Gale.
You did. The game ends. The pig, you are told to return back to the pen, which I'm assuming you will do. You're not Gale.
No, I'm not going to keep the pig. Although I just realized, Gale, you could have probably talked to the pig.
I can talk to pigs.
I mean, can't you talk to animals?
Oh, I know I could talk to animals.
Gail,
What?
you know a pig's an animal, right?
I know that.
Then what? Never mind.
So
Did you know that
you
your
were
shoulder
presented
is
to
a little wet,
the.
by the way,
Never mind.
your shoulder, it's wet.
Yeah, I kind of
Did you
assumed it would be.
sneeze out of your shoulder?
Gail, question: what color is the sky right now?
I think it's orange. No, it's... No, that part of it's blue, but that part of it... Are there 3 suns?
Yep, you're still high.
Oh,
No boy.
all right.
Mercy, as the winner, you are presented for your prize. You're presented 50 gold
Yeah.
and a pound of cooking lard.
Oh, gross. I guess I'll give that to Maddie. If she wants it, I don't know. Lard's pretty gross.
Well, cooking fat. It's packaged. It's in like wrapped paper, but still, it's cooking
Yeah, but
lard.
I've felt cooking fat before. It feels nasty.
Yeah, it's fat. It's gross. There's no other way around it.
Mercy's gonna look at it, look at Gail, and go, "Hold this, don't eat it."
All right. Oh.
Gail, what did I just say?
What?
What did I just say?
Oh, I have no idea.
Don't.
Am I
Eat
holding
it.
the ocean?
I believe at this point Rudy has wandered
Gail's
over.
just like moving it back and forth like he's holding a waterbed.
Ugh.
You know,
Oh,
Oh.
God.
this is
Ugh.
better than me holding it, and it's better than him trying to eat it. So I'm just gonna.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
No.
No. Wait. Let's see what
No,
happens.
I bought this. Gail's holding it up at like face level, just like looking at it and staring at it while he's moving it.
Should we
It
tell
is
Harvey he's
like
not
only
on time?
somewhat gelatinous. It's like the semi-solid kind of lard, and it's
Oh,
into this
yeah.
like summer.
Yeah.
It's squidgy, definitely, but it's not like frozen hard.
Gail is still moving it. Like he is physically
Yeah.
moving it and going,
Yeah.
oh, it's moving on its own.
Mercy's gonna
Ugh.
lean over to Rudy and go, "Should we tell Harvey not to give Gail any more of that?
I mean,
Because this
Gail,
is amusing, but at the same time,
You don't
it's
know.
he's not putting anyone in danger, and he is
At
old
least
enough to.
at least he's not wandering off like last time."
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine as long as he doesn't like strip down like he did the last time.
Oh yeah, he did that.
I need some more turkey. Can we get some turkey?
Yes, let's
Yeah.
go get you some
Alright.
turkey.
That sounds good.
Just long as you don't take a bite out of the cooking light, I don't care.
Can I take the bag? Gail?
Why would I eat the ocean?
Oh.
Well, haven't you always wondered what the ocean tastes like?
Oh, I know what it tastes like. It's rather salty.
Fat
Not
can
wrong.
be, fat can be salty. Thank God. Maybe I'll deter him from eating it.
All right, let's go.
Come on, Gil. Let's go find your turkey.
That sounds good.
So, using your food vouchers, which you managed to con out of the mayor, you do have yourself some free turkey legs, as well as some alcohol. So, what are you guys going to be doing?
Gail has
For the re-
2 turkey legs hanging in his antlers, and they're gonna suggest that they go find Maddie.
Wait. This is an important question. Can we tie them so they're like, if he swings his head, he can eat them, but otherwise they're just out of reach and see what
Oh,
happens?
that's mean. If Mercy
I
doesn't
have-
do that Aerodite will
I was gonna
I
say,
have
like,
not
you're
tried.
talking about like that Hasbro game where it's like food dangling from a hat.
Yeah, that's exactly
In which
what
case,
I'm-
yes, absolutely.
Aerodite won't let you do that. Aerodite won't let
Aerodite
you
can't
do-
stop me. She's too short and weak.
Oh, that's so mean.
It's true though.
No. I know that. That's not what I'm saying about mean. I'm saying about like not letting him eat the food. It's
Oh no, he
mean.
can eat it if he swings it.
Oh God.
Now the real question is, will he swing his head into anything trying to eat the turkey?
Yes, he will, and his antlers.
Yeah, I want to see that happen. Let's do it.
The best part is you tie these turkey legs to Gale's antlers, and as I'm assuming he eventually does start moving his head back and forth trying to eat it, right?
Oh yeah.
All you hear are these occasional meaty
Oh my-
Ah.
as he swings these turkey legs back and forth, trying to bite them.
I take
Oh,
back
man, I
everything
almost
I
got
just.
that one.
I take back what I said. Let's always let him get high.
So
If I look up, they're gone.
exactly.
But Gail, if you look up, there's 3 suns.
No, there's only 4.
Gail, 4 is higher than 3.
What?
But nothing's higher than I am right now. What's
Plus
happening is Gale is stoned and now has turkey legs tied to his head.
Did you know that your horns are moving?
My horns are moving? Is
I
it the actual horns or is it the patterns on the horns?
have no idea. There's just movement
Well,
happening with them.
I'm assuming it's Phi-Setter. Wave high. He's a very nice person. Even if he's a show-offy bitch.
Hello. He's not waving back. He's an ass.
He is.
It's very rude.
So, what else are you guys going to do?
Well, okay, so we still have like this is like I'm presuming this is happening over the entire course of the thing, or is this just the first thing?
I would assume so, yeah.
Because like I feel like we've done everything.
You more or less have. There are a few
Yeah.
things you could possibly manage to find, but honestly, you found the big things.
Yeah, so I feel like that's everything.
Wait.
We
Wait,
should
wait,
find
wait.
addicts.
Are there wind chimes, Connor?
Are there wind chimes? I mean, yeah, there are probably a few like wind chimes that are out there. Most
We
wood. There are like a few that are glass or
I'm going to
or
say
clay.
this. We keep Gale away from the wind chimes.
Would
'Cause-
Gale hear the wind chimes?
What's your perception?
Passive is 16.
Yeah, you probably occasionally catch them.
Because we
I
had
don't
to
know if
drag
you'd
him
hear them
away.
right now while stoned, but you would definitely have heard them at some point during the festival.
I don't want him to find wind chimes while stoned, because when he was sober, he still wanted them. Stoned would be worse.
I mean, wouldn't his perception go down while stoned anyway?
I mean, I would assume so.
Yeah,
But at
I
the
feel like
same
that would-
time,
It would go in and out, but this would probably only last like another 20 minutes anyway. So
it's like maybe an hour-long effect.
Yeah.
Maybe. The haste is initial, like it happens the minute you take it, and then that's about it.
yeah. So let's say it. This if it lasts more than like a half hour, 45 minutes, this shit is strong.
If it lasts more than a half hour, please call your doctor.
Too much.
I mean, you are talking about something that was made by a pretty talented alchemist. So,
True.
with not much else to do during the festival, you guys can end the 3-day festival and discuss what you want to do next.
Yeah, I think that's what we do next. Unless anyone else has anything else.
Can we ask Harvey for fantasy Viagra? No.
I don't even think I'd be needed.
Cole, no.
So yeah, I guess then yeah, because I guess no one else has anything. So
I mean,
Yeah,
we did
All right.
the major
Alright,
events. We found the
so-
dragon.
Skipping forward, the festival eventually comes to an end while you guys enjoy your little 3-day break. You do not see much of the mayor. Yes, you do gain 3 days of progress on your project. Maddie?
I will say if I'm not like hanging out with everybody, I'm in a corner doing the transcribing thing of the book that I've got of the scripture stuff.
Oh, I gotcha. Maddie?
Gail is
Yeah,
hanging
my-
out with Rudy in the mornings while Rudy is doing her transcribing, and Gail is reading his book.
Okay. Are you going to try and get any work done on your project during the festival, or are you just going to try and enjoy the festival?
Enjoy the festival, man.
Okay. So yeah, the festival will come to an end 3 days later on the 78th of summer. People start to break down the stalls and various shops and carts that are out there. And you watch with a small amount of sadness as the festival begins to draw to an end. So what would you guys like to do?
So I think in the morning we'd all gather. And
mean- Technically, that'll be on the morning of the 79th. last day of the festival is the 78th. It's a 3-day festival, meaning
70, I thought it was 75th, 76th, 77th would be 3 days.
Oh, you're right. My mistake. 78th then will be the
Yeah.
next day.
Yeah. So yeah, so 78th. So I guess we'd all like gather in the morning, and this is where Erudite would bring up the idea of what she brought up earlier, but no one was kind of focused on it, which is makes sense. Which is where she'd just be like, so I know I called Black Iron yesterday or a couple days ago, and I told him to stay in Veilcrest because I don't want to go straight to Rosenvale immediately because I just feel like that's a bad idea. We're not wholly prepared for that. And I kind of feel bad with what happened to Black Iron. So I'd like to go to Veilcrest and then tunnel to Srecane so they can go back too. So they don't have to worry about walking that long distance. Because they'd have to walk.
What makes you think we're not prepared? The lack of healing?
Yeah, we don't know what we're in for. And there's a couple things I wanted to do tomorrow or today, I guess. I want to scry on a couple places over there. I want to know what I'm in for. There's a couple places I can scry in there, so
I mean, there's no guarantee whatever you scry on won't look back.
No, I know. I don't think the bar would have anything that would look back, though. The other place I'm concerned about, but I don't think the bar would have anything that would look back. I just want to see what the general mood is over there. I just feel, and I also want to talk to Mr. Dene and maybe Avvarro, but mostly Mr. Dene.
I do have one question for the table at large. I mean, potentially what we're doing is political anarchy, for a polite way of putting it. Do we want to give any warning to people about what we're doing?
Why would we? Warning them would warn the people we're targeting, wouldn't it?
It depends on who we warned.
I'm telling Mr. Dene. I have to. He's not going to tell them, but he needs to know. Avvarro, I don't know.
Yeah, tell Dene what he's
But
not
Avvarro,
there.
Avvarro, I don't know.
You don't want to tell Avvarro that we're going to potentially combat some demons and high-level spellcasters.
We don't know what they are. We don't know what they're.
This is a dangerous mission, and I feel like perhaps he should know because he might lose someone, and he has the right to know.
I mean, I'm fine with telling him. I had intended to, but if everyone had, I didn't know if anyone was going to object to that. I had intended to tell him.
I don't think he has the power to stop us, so.
I mean, he could try to stop us, but at the same time, we're kind of assholes. We'd do it anyways.
Yeah.
We have things to do. We have to take care of this. Besides, if there are fiends involved.
Especially considering what's happening over the sky. That can't be good.
Oh, I feel like it's gotten worse.
Hey, if we tell him, he might pay us.
He's not going to pay us.
No, but we might get something on the way back.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe we can do the contract that Black Iron did or didn't do.
I mean,
yeah, that's my point.
I feel like we'd be completing that contract if we did take care of it, because we'd be taking care of the problem.
Hey, Gil, you looked at the sky out there, right?
Aye.
Could you see anything?
It wasn't so much that I saw anything. It just felt wrong. Like, whatever's going on there, it's not that it's taken anything away, per se. It's more that it's stifling things there. I guess is sort of what it is. Kind of like a blight, if you will.
Didn't Addix go over there as well?
He did.
Addix, what do you make of it?
I wasn't there for very long. I seemed to be bad weather. As far as it was how natural it was, Freddy couldn't really tell at the time.
I fear it's gotten worse since we left, or since we took Black Iron out. I feel maybe it's expanded. It's a worry I have. But I want to scry a little bit, see what I can find out. One is potentially very dangerous.
I will ask then if it is dangerous because it could potentially forewarn whoever was going to attack, and we're worried that things have gotten worse in the almost week since Black Iron has left. Is there any sense in delaying? Should we just not go?
I
Black
think
Iron seemed content to just walk the way there.
Woody,
is
I'm gonna ask this to double check something, because I know you.
Mhm.
Do you just want to get Black Iron because you think it's safer to get them and take them back, or do you want to do it because it's safer for Alice?
Both.
Is this...
It can be both. It's also I don't want to go in there without having warned people, without having warned Danae. I really need to talk to him, and I feel like we are not ready, and taking just an extra day will be what we need. I there are things I need to get. Just trust me on this, please.
I will give you an answer as soon as we see what Connor is typing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, what do you mean? Oh. I just please, just give me that extra day. I know. I need this extra day. I need to go to Srecane. I need to there are a couple things I need to do before we go over there.
Whatever. It's your choice.
Okay. So, if that is the case, I will. We didn't have to pay anything extra. Like, we didn't say anything. Since we're leaving today, we're fine in terms of like our payment, right?
You're fine.
Okay, cool. All right. So I will. I guess we could just do it in the room. I will go back upstairs, and I will take out the chalk that I had bought a very long time ago. I bought it in art glass.
Mm-hmm.
And I will draw. I will draw the symbol for my house in Valecrest on the floor, and I will do a teleportation circle.
Oh, you're casting teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. Now I'm going to point out you can't cast. Well, is teleportation circle ritual or no?
No, I'm casting it as a spell. It's not
Okay.
a ritual. I'm casting it as a spell.
I just got to check, because if it's not a base ritual, like a spell that's already ritual, then it means that it takes up a lot more room.
Yeah, I know. I'm casting it as
just
a
double
spell.
checking. So, you begin scribing the markings of the circle around into the actual floor of the room, and within a matter of a few minutes, you would be 1 minute. Sorry.
Yes.
You guys will be looking at an array of markings on the floor of your rented room. What would you guys like to do?
Jump in, and she just tells everyone to jump in.
Okay.
You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out.
Well, Erudite finishes the circle, and a portal appears into the in the middle of the circle. Just this levitating circular, ovular rift in space. What do you guys do?
Do you ever wonder if when we get teleported, it just destroys the body we have and we build us another
We
one
don't
on the
have
other
time.
side?
Go.
As Erudite just forces you through the portal.
As she's saying the last word, replace us.
As everybody gets forced through the portal, as it only lasts 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's a round.
Oh, there was a turkey leg over here.
Yeah, teleportation.
Turkey leg.
Remember, teleportation circle lasts 1 round.
It's 1 round.
and you guys teleport away from the town of Warridge, and you find yourself stumbling into the crowded study back inside of Valecrest.
Real quick, does Gale just have like half of a turkey leg since the other half was outside of the circle?
A stale half a turkey leg, yes.
Oh, gross.
Like it's, you know how meat kind of like gets stiff as you leave it out?
Yeah.
It's like that.
There's a
Nice.
joke here somewhere about leaving meat out.
Especially when it gets stiff.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you.
My stiff meat. What?
All right.
Okay, yeah, that one wasn't worth saving.
Did
But
you have
take this
one that? Did you have one that wasn't dried out?
No, I'd eaten all of them. This one was just on the backside of the antlers and I lost track of it.
Wait, Gail. I did that to you 2 days ago.
Oh, I know.
Ugh.
Buddy.
That means there's a grease stain on the bed where Gail was sleeping. Where that turkey leg is just pressed into the mattress.
Oh, God.
Gail, buddy.
What?
You
Oh, that's
gotta check your
gross.
horns before you sleep.
They're gonna have to clean that up. Oh, no.
You should have left gold.
Should have tipped.
Well, we're tipping them.
Oh, God. As they're talking, I am leaving the library and trying to see where Black Iron is. If they're in the house or if they're in the tavern or what.
Did you instruct them
Told
to?
him. I would have told them to probably just like stay in the house.
Yeah, in that case, going downstairs, you'd likely find them kind of like crowded inside the small like cottage section of the house.
Yeah.
As there's not a whole lot of room, and KK is easily a very large woman.
Yeah.
So it certainly is a bit tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see Black Iron.
Hi, guys.
Oh fuck! I need to get a glass cup. Hold on, wait. Shit.
You knew this was happening, Connor.
You had warning. Instead, you opened up a fucking can again at the beginning of session.
Warning.
There's a broken cup in my room now.
And you were like, ah.
Hello,
Hi, Oz. I hope this.
I'm not Alice.
She said Oz.
Okay, it sounded like Alice.
Bro. Anyway, I'm sorry. This wasn't the most comfortable house. Only 2 people lived here, so wasn't exactly meant for more. But it's only for a day. The trip was well.
The trip was, well, we did not experience any issues.
It's good. It's good. We are going to go back to Srecane. Just going to use the arcane tunnel thing. So I'm going to do that outside though, because it's easier. Actually, no, I should just do it in here. Really weird question, Connor. It does not say if the cost is reduced. If it's done, if it has to be like the other side. It only says
The teleportation circle has to be at the other end where you're going.
it has to be at the end. So it's going to be, how much is it going to cost? Because I don't care. I'll cover the cost.
Valecrest, as the crow flies straight to Srecane.
Yee. Yeah.
245.
That's like almost all my money, but that's okay.
Sorry,
I will.
not really, but still.
Wait.
No,
You said 245. How are you broke? Didn't Ro give you 500 gold?
I bought the thing for Maddie.
She's
I
a
bought
wizard.
the-
That's how.
Yeah.
No, I bought
That's
the-
how. She's a wizard.
This
no,
is gonna.
I bought the.
Oh, the traveling cart thing.
The
Yeah.
traveling the
which I
traveling
would've told
kitchen.
you guys about. For
Question.
And that cost 300 gold.
That did cost 300 gold.
Yeah, that's true. What he does just eat gold.
That's fine. It'll cover.
Now that's a
I'll
great idea for a wizard character. Instead of actually like spending money on spells, they just eat gold to learn new spells.
No, it's just a variant on a rust monster.
Anyway, that brings me down to 95.
Chase,
but that's
feel free to
okay.
take that idea.
Anyway,
I was considering it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make the group pay for this one, so I will just take it out of mine. It's fine. Just note that I did it, so like that you don't like go in and be like, oh, but I'm down to 95.
Real quick. Are you teleporting us back to our house? What-
Actually, I was thinking someone needs to send a message to Avvarro because I'd like to just go to his office. Because I need to talk to him. I think we need to talk to him.
You know his office is tiny, right?
Yeah, well,
Why are we going right to his office?
That
going
would
If
be
anything, just go into the inn so that Black Iron can go to a bedroom or something. You know, we're not
okay.
a secret right now.
not to mention it will make our boss look like a whore if we all walk out of his office together.
You know that's not a problem for you, Mercy.
Okay,
I
can
am
just-
hurt. I'm insulted. I am proud of that comment.
I'll just do it outside of the inn.
Yeah, or we can just go to our estate because it's not.
Well, but I think it's best so Black Iron can get their rest because I'm sure they didn't get. Unfortunately, this wasn't the most comfortable sleep for them, probably, and it's been rough.
It has been rough, yes.
So yeah, I'd rather we'll just do it outside the inn. Although I someone could just let Avvarro know that we'd like to speak with him momentarily.
Who is the highest wisdom here?
I mean, it would be addicts.
The
Most
druid.
certainly. Yeah. The members of Black Iron who have faces, so not Oz, they do all seem a little somber.
You're talking about just straight up insight. I'm not proficient, so that might actually be Deah.
Either way,
One sec.
I mean, I'm also like pretty good at. I have like a 15 insight. My insight is 16, I think. Insight.
My insight is a +6.
With my wisdom, it's just a +5.
It's a +5 for me, actually. Never mind.
okay. So yeah, Deah would probably be the most perceptive of all. Like the individuals with faces here of Black Iron seem a bit somber.
No.
All right, we'll go straight to the inn.
Do you guys want to speak with Avvarro first? I sort of look at Black Iron.
Or
Would you like to speak with him first, and then we'll go in after you?
No, you will speak with him first, I believe.
All right. Okay. And I will go
Yes.
outside.
Ian is still there. He's fine. He's fine.
I will do it. Yeah, I will go outside because it's easier to just do the thing outside instead of inside. Actually, no, I'll do it inside because I don't want people like looking. I will think of and I'm just casting it as a spell. I'm not doing it ritually. I will think of it. I will think of the doorway. I will look at someone. Can someone please warn Avvarro that we're doing this?
I'll call him.
Thank you.
I could do it if you want me to.
Can you
I'll
do it
call
without
him.
screaming?
I will call him. I call Avvarro.
Oh boy. Okay. So you call Avvarro, and it takes about 15 to 30 seconds, and eventually he will pick up, and you hear Avvarro go, "Hello."
Hey, we're coming in with Black Iron. We're heading straight into the front area, the bar area. Just giving you a heads up.
All right. That's good.
We're
There's going to be a bit of
teleporting
a,
in.
yeah. There's going to be a bit of a meeting. So
Oh, goody.
Wait,
Yep.
wait. Meeting as in like you're
All
forcing a
hands.
meeting? That's never a good sign.
Oh, all hands. Oh,
Wait,
fun.
does this have to do with why we saw your wife in Woods?
no.
Okay.
Also, your
And-
wife was in Warridge. I don't know
I
if you knew.
And we
I'm
also
not- I'm
bring
not
our
surprised by
feet.
Anyway.
Yes, you go bring our feet, Gail.
Okay.
I will cast Arcane Tunnel,
Damn, I wanted to leave one behind.
and I will do it to like the inside of the inn. Like right to
Okay.
the well, not the inn, like the tavern area. Yeah.
So if it's not about
Oh no.
I hate this so much.
So the familiar looking rift opens up to the bar of the sapphire, the lucky sapphire. My brain's not clicking right now. And just from where you guys are stepping into the bar, you can actually see that the inn itself looks more crowded than usual, but not by the typical bar neck staff that you're used to. Instead, it's crowded by cloaked staff.
Oh
that's
no.
never
This is
good.
so bad.
Where's Avvarro?
Avvarro is in the bar once you guys go in there.
I guess we're not.
All hands on deck. Woo!
Mercy's gonna nudge whoever the closest person that's not one of them to her is and go, "Do you know what this is about?"
Ian, who you nudge, will look at you and go, "He hasn't told you yet."
No, what's going on?
Wait for
He
the
just
meeting.
told us all hands on deck.
Yeah, apparently it's recent. Just wait for the meeting.
Oh, I don't like
God.
this anymore. I don't
I
like
don't
this
like it.
anymore.
I don't like it. I don't like
Oh
it.
no, I'm so scared now.
I don't like this anymore.
Anyway, so
Aren't
I
there
cast
snacks?
and we all just go through, and I cast dispel at 4th level to get rid of it. So
Making your way into the inn, you see. That's why I had that notebook there, because I had to remember words, names. You see the crew Byzantium Mist, made up of James Marshall and Eric Patton. You see
Dr. Man.
Princess, the one one lady crew, and now Black Iron is in there as well as your team, but you do not see the Scorching Salzari.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Avvarro, you didn't.
Weren't the Scorching Salzari, didn't they take over for us? And
Yes, they did.
Oh no. Oh.
We told them to be careful, so hopefully it's not to do with that.
So you see that there is a sign on the door from where you guys are inside of it. You see open facing you, which means on the outside it probably says closed.
Oh, God, this is bad.
And Avvarro is not behind the bar at this moment. Instead, a spot has been cleared for him to stand. Jim is, if you look up, Jim is in the rafters, just kind of looking down.
I mean, Mercy's gonna hold out a hand to him and hope he comes down.
Tells me it's just gonna get worse. Oh no.
Jim just kind of, outside of his usual decorum, Jim just kind of shakes his head no, right now.
This is bad.
no. The Salzari are dead, aren't they?
Or worse, something else is happening.
Once Black Iron and your crew make their way into the actual Lucky Sapphire itself, you guys, I'm assuming, either stand or sit, and Avvarro looks at everyone, addresses the room. So I realize that some of you were able to get the full message, others weren't, but to make a long conversation short, the Scorching Salzari are, for the time being, going to be not actively working jobs. They were in charge of monitoring a situation in Belmare, and it was worse than we expected. In many ways, and in the process of defending the people of Belmare, 2 of them have died.
Jesus Christ.
Maya Suez and Tick are deceased. Their bodies are being taken care of, and Fortunately, it doesn't look like anything's happening to their bodies, but they're
Avvarro, what
currently
was it?
down 2 members, and unfortunately, they won't be able to work.
Do we know what killed them?
Yes. There was according to all reports, including by the 2 surviving members, Slyroot and the big guy, it was a undead elderly man who apparently was much more dangerous than was expected. 3 civilians died.
Have you since evacuated the town, though?
That does lead us to the next point. To those of you, and he kind of gestures towards you guys in Black Iron, who traveled by less than common means, you may have missed it, but there is now a refugee camp being held outside of Srecane proper. It's under the protection of the Rose Battalion, which, okay, good enough. But judging by information that we have received from Fortune's Blades and the general situation, we believe that the town will have to be, well, the townsfolk will have to be under protection for some time.
Did the townsfolk recognize the old man? Or was it just a traveler?
No, they recognize him. Apparently it was the father of a recently killed man, followed by the name of Greg Wilson. The Salzari are being taken care of. A few of them are on the Slyroot and his friend are on the mend right now, but they're going to be out of commission for a little bit. So if work gets a little bit tougher for you guys, that's why. Tick and Maya are going to be they will be taken care of in the way that they wish. But that was the meeting I had to tell you guys about. Yeah. Sorry. And Avvarro will just kind of rub his hands slightly, and he'll just kind of stand there while a few of the other a few of the blue cloaks will stand up. Some of them kind of mill about or talk with one another. Others will just leave. Princess doesn't stay. She just walks out. What do you guys want to do?
So this is our fault.
We left them there to die.
Not necessarily.
Whoa, when did you get here?
I mean, Avvarro, he was there the entire time.
I mean, he probably would have. I'm not surprised because he probably would have walked straight to us.
Yeah,
all
probably.
honesty.
We left them there. We didn't chase the guy causing this. We didn't make sure the dead guys weren't gonna come back.
It's not really something I think you guys could have done much about. Did you ever see this old guy?
Did we?
Did we?
No. And Avvarro will produce a sketch of what the old man looked like.
And no.
Slyroot managed to sketch him out. He's dead now. Well, dead again, I should say. But
This one dude killed 5 people.
3 civilians and 2 talented individuals. Yeah.
Did anyone describe the Mr. LaCroix? Seeing him?
No
or
sign of
anything?
LaCroix.
Was there anything off about the dead one?
He was able to breathe gouts of black, choking smoke. It stopped Maya
So
from
is
being able to
it-
cast spells, and Tick, well, was able to keep fighting in her shaped form, but unfortunately, Maya was their cleric. So
Oh, no.
So it wasn't. Well, it wasn't Black Lung that killed him. I guess.
at the very least, he's dead. But I can't hold you guys responsible for this. I don't know what you guys managed to pick up about it, but by all means, this looks like it's some kind of a spreading thing.
If I may,
Hmm.
recently I have strengthened my connection with nature. If I were to return, I could potentially find out more about what's going on, sort of commune with the earth, see if there's influences from other planes or other strong deities, or not
If
deities.
you want, I won't stop you, but I'm going to let you know right now. We don't know where the 3 civilians who died went.
I don't.
Quick question.
Yes.
Connor. So, in the spell description for commune with nature, it says prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or people. I'm assuming that does not mean I can find 3 specific people or bodies, right?
Yes, but it also says that it has to be in the surrounding area or something like that.
Yeah, the land within 3 miles of you. Unless
Yeah, because it's not like you can commune with nature. You know what's happening across the world.
Yeah, no. Before I'd say we have to go there, but theoretically, I could find them, right?
Theoretically, if they were within 3 miles, yeah.
Cool.
But they could also be on another plane for all we know.
I can also find influences from other planes of existence with commune with nature.
Hey, Avvarro.
Yes.
Who are the 3 civilians?
He'll give you the 3 names.
Not significant.
Not significant. Like, this is Connor out of character. Connor out of character. They are not significant names. They are 3 people. That's all.
Erudite has already walked away and is pacing back and forth.
Deah's kind of slumped into a chair and it's scratching at a table basically.
So
So,
there's 2 things that are both potentially extremely dangerous in 2 opposite directions.
There's always something.
There's whatever's going on in Rosenvale.
Yep. And when I called Black Iron, they appraised me of a good chunk of that situation.
And then there's whatever's going on here in Belmare.
Well, it sounds like if you're looking to save lives, the people of Belmare are in the refugee camp outside the city. Perhaps,
They're also
If
being
our-
protected by an entire battalion.
exactly, if our goal is to save lives,
Rosenvale
we-
might be the better option.
who's protecting those?
Yeah.
it's gonna be
We're
us.
gonna go. Yeah, we're going to Rosenvale, Avvarro.
I mean,
We're gonna take up where Black Iron left off.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Dene, and I'm just gonna walk out.
That's also fine.
Join you in a bet.
What?
Well, things just got fun.
That's part of the job, unfortunately. And they knew that. But
Oh,
that's
for everybody eventually.
that's how this is. I'm gonna ask you guys to be very careful over in Rosenvale. I haven't had a chance to find out what the situation is with the whole sky situation, but apparently it's gone completely dark over Rosenvale.
Even during the day?
Yes.
It's unsettling.
And it's spreading.
I was right.
Then
We'll
let's
take
So-
care of it.
Does this governor guy who's around here
Onseth.
does he have any more soldiers or people who are good at fighting?
Currently, a few. Well, I couldn't tell you the exact ones, but apparently one of the core of the Srecane army are going to be monitoring the roads leading towards Rosenvale. A few of the Flora battalions are going to be inside of the woods, watching for any unusual activity, so on and so forth.
All right. So if by chance we need to send the people of Rosenvale out this way, there will be people to keep them safe on the road, right?
The military should be able to handle a good chunk of that.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about the stuff you bought from the pet shop. I'm
That was
not
also
going
I
to
was
do
like,
that.
there's no way
Insane.
Murphy would have
You
forgotten.
guys had
Yeah,
like 3 days to do it. I'm assuming you did.
I was about to say,
Don't worry.
Mercy,
That's also another reason I wanted to go to Srecane, to be honest with you.
Mercy is petting her dog very furiously because she is now very stressed.
Just a very aggressive.
Look, it's either that or she starts crying in the bar. It's one or the other.
All right.
Let's take today to prepare then. And in the morning we head out.
We'll let the light guide us.
Speaking of which, big guy, I'm gonna need to talk to you for a second.
Which big
What did
guy?
I do?
Gale,
What did I do?
you didn't do anything.
Oh.
He needs you to reach something because he's too short.
Oh, I could do that. You don't need to ask that. Just tell me what you need.
No, it's something a little different.
Oh,
All right,
Interesting.
all right.
and he's gonna take you, Gale, just a little ways away from the rest,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna look at you and go, "We don't know the situation in Rosenvale right now, and we don't know how bad it's got.
Okay.
I've
So
gotten
it's
permission.
Probably worse than you think.
Yes. We have permission from the governor, if necessary, to deal with any civilians that are not right. If you understand what I'm saying.
I got it.
I'm going to have to leave it up to your discretion, but I think out of everybody in your group, you're going to put up the least amount of a fight to me saying this. If you have to do something like that, then you can.
Got it.
You guys have to be really careful over there because this is bad, to put it politely.
When I was there for a moment, again, it was wrong. It was.
Thank you, Jill.
There we go.
You named the possum Marigold.
The
That's fair.
little dragon thing she got from for audio listeners, the little dragon thing she got from Demos is sharing the fanny pack with the opossum.
There you go. So. It
We'll be
looked
careful until we
wrong.
kill it.
It looked very wrong, but we'll take care of it.
Yep.
Appreciate you letting me know.
Yep.
Well, if there's not anything else, make sure you got another job for us when we get back.
I will. Just whatever's happening over there, make sure to just it stops. And as for the question of payment, this is also kind of an unusual situation. The Rosenvales don't have any next of kin, nor do they have. Oh no, because Avvarro knows your situation. You told him that.
Yeah, I know.
So let me finish. The Rosenvales don't have any next of kin, which means there's going to be a vacuum in Greymont Keep. I don't think Erudite will be particularly popular over there unless you guys do some impressive work. But at the very least, your payment can be taken from, well, Greymont Keep.
All right.
Because if this does work and you do successfully fix the situation over there, I don't know what I could give you that would be a good enough payment for this kind of a situation. So payment wise, you can take what you want from Greymont Keep.
I think that should be fair.
All right.
I think everyone else will agree with that as well. Got a
I
couple
figured.
things we want to take care of.
Should we tell him we had already planned to raid the place?
No.
You're not there.
Oh, I can totally hear this.
So,
You didn't go very far.
all right. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Do you know of anything else that we need to be on the lookout for? Any people that we need to be on the lookout for?
I don't know. Whoever these 4 people were that attacked Black Iron, definitely them. Individual or as a group, they sound dangerous enough to really put some hurt on people.
Well, we'll have them hanging from a roof somewhere for everybody to see. Don't worry about that.
And since we haven't heard any word from Rosenvale, I can only assume that there is some kind of a force that is allowing that to occur, magical or otherwise.
Well, my job's to protect the light in this case. I'll bring it right to him. Don't worry about that. We'll be careful, though.
It's good to hear.
Besides, we've seen some weird shit lately, so... Shit will probably surprise us, but I think we should be able to react pretty well to it.
Okay.
All right. And we'll call you if anything really bad starts to happen. That way you can alert other people. Oh, do we need to take anything specific? That way the other soldiers don't think that we're just the other people wandering around. Or will they know?
I think it's fair to say that anybody who would be friendly to you in that situation isn't going to be capable of helping.
Oh, I'm not looking for help. I just don't want to have to fight anybody else other than the people that are the people we're supposed to be fighting. I don't want to go in there and have soldiers accidentally trying to hold us up for no reason. Because we lose any time trying to explain to any other forces that, hey, we have a job to do. I mean, to be completely honest, I'm not feeling that diplomatic. We're going in there to break things.
Gail, I don't think you realize that we're not exactly... You saw what happened to Black Iron, right?
Aye.
They weren't that far from the city.
Oh, so they're even closer. Got it.
That doesn't this doesn't happen unless the people who should have been protecting that city aren't protecting that city. Or we're just willing to let that happen. You get it?
I got it. That makes sense. Understood.
Whatever happens over there, I don't think anyone's going to blame you. But if someone's hostile, they're hostile.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to be extra diplomatic.
Good luck.
Definitely be careful. Thank you. Good luck to you too with all of this hair.
Yep. Yep. I need it. Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. I've been meaning to ask this. You've been around the world a bit, right?
Yes.
You haven't heard of any fairbugs that supposedly look like me?
Like you?
Aye.
I knew that there were a few tribes over back in Eches. Yeah. Past that point, not entirely sure.
Okay.
By the way,
Appreciate it.
we're Morgan's going to be helping try to find this Lacroix guy.
All right.
We're gonna have her. Well, I'm gonna have her trying to find where he's gone, or find where the revenants have gone off to. I'll have a couple of other members helping her out, but still, she's gonna be not helping you at the moment.
That's fair. I know she had a conversation with him. She should be able to locate him.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yep. But get ready. Good luck.
Appreciate it. We'll see you when we get back.
Yep.
I was gonna
And
walk over to your.
Avvarro will just let you go.
Yep. All right. So we all have things to do, right?
I suppose so.
I think we should probably get the things that we need. As far as preparing, make sure that we have the things on us, to make sure that all of us have the ability to heal up. Because that'll be important if you need any armor, weapons, anything extra. I've got some extra information, but we'll talk about that tonight. For now, just get what you need, because it's just us. And it's going to get a bit messier than we've gotten before. So I'm headed over to Danae's. Does anybody else need anything over there? Want to come with?
I'll go with you.
All right. Anybody else?
Pick up some extra healing potions. Just make sure we have enough.
It's probably a good idea.
No one's allowed to go without having at least one, so make sure there's enough for the whole party.
All right.
You can take it out of the party funds.
That's not a bad idea.
And that's including the casters who can heal. Maddie, I know you can heal, but if you're tapped and you need healed, keep a potion on you.
All right.
I want an intelligence check from you. One of you.
Which one?
Either one of you that's involved in this conversation.
Maddie and me?
Yeah.
I've got a +0.
Okay.
But I guess I can give it a try.
Whoa!
Yeah, I could use luck, but fuck it.
We are sleeping.
17.
Okay. Something affected the healing over there. Remember?
Only magical healing, right? Or like directly from the caster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ooh.
So potions won't work.
I really think we should all go to the shop again. Going to reiterate it, I think we should all go and get
If you
supplies.
insist.
We're probably going to need some supplies, so why don't we all go? Come on now.
Besides, you never know what new, if there's something new that's popped up. Saves everyone a trip.
Aye.
So
Let's
we
run together.
Hey, Avvarro,
Yes.
where's Tick being buried?
Buried's a word. That's certainly a word. She's being decomposed under a tree. But if you want, I can tell you where that is.
Maybe when we get back.
Yeah.
All right, let's head to the shop.
Erudite would have beat on all of you there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we go to the shop.
I will say Rudy went as fast as she could, which isn't very fast to be fair, but
Yep.
she hustled.
Yeah, just remember, I can't remember who tried to actually heal Ian when you were over there, but it
It
didn't
would have
work.
been either Gale or Addicts. They're the
Yeah.
two that went over.
Yeah, it didn't
I-
work.
don't think we tried to heal him there. I think we just left. Like immediately.
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
we had already discussed that, and they weren't able. They had dumped a healing potion in him or something like that, and it didn't work.
That
they
was it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had tried to heal him with a healing potion. It didn't work, so we knew going in there that healing wasn't going to work. So we got
Gotcha.
him back, and the healers did a bunch of stuff to get him to a point where they could heal him.
Yep. Okay. So, Erudite,
Mm-hmm.
you begin making your way towards Asagio's shop.
Mm-hmm.
You are easily the first one there.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way into Asagio's store, and you'd see that both Asagio and I'm blanking.
Harvey,
That's it. My God, my brain just totally shit the bed.
it's okay.
Wow.
It happens to the best of us.
Both Harvey and Danae are there. And Asagio will look at you and go, "Hello there. It's nice to see you, Miss Erudite."
I wish I were seeing you under better circumstances.
All right.
I need to speak with you. I don't know if it's necessarily private, but private might be best.
All right. I can certainly do so. I'm not terribly worried about Harvey over there.
That's fair. And I think the only ones coming in are the rest of the team later. And they know the situation. I mean, you know the situation. I am going to deal with the Rosenvales.
Ah. All right.
And all the whatever's going on over there. I don't know. I guess the thing that's giving them power or whatnot. I don't know. Our intention is to deal with everything. Get rid of the bad. No matter what it takes.
All right. If that's the case, then I do recommend that you be careful.
Yeah, I know. Apparently the situation's gotten worse over there. There's darkness, and it seems to be spreading over the city. I don't know what it is. Quite frankly, I'm terrified. But I also know that it has to be dealt with. And at this point, there's no one who understands the situation more than us, really. I don't know. I don't really know anything right now. As someone who's spent her whole life learning, I know nothing. I know nothing about that thing that they're dealing with. And that's terrifying. But it has to be dealt with. Can't have people getting any more hurt than they already have. There's a whole town that's just suffering.
I would recommend you be careful.
That's
Of
the
course.
intention. That's the intention.
If there's anything I can do to assist, let me know. But
Yeah, I understand. You wouldn't happen to have your circle done, would you?
my circle, no, not yet.
Even if we finish and it's gonna be good to get back, but whatever, that's fine. I have a way of getting there. It's not careful, but it's fast. I do need some chalk.
I can get you that. How much?
I mean, I don't have that much money. I have 95 gold. So I guess one use.
So, is there anything particular that you need from him right now?
I mean, just the chalk for teleport. I just like one use of chalk because it's like literally all I have money for. So
Okay, and like how much is that?
50 gold.
Yeah, knock it off your inventory. You're good.
Yeah. I am a little broke, but that's okay. I'll just do that. That'll at least get us there. That's all I really have. Okay. I mean, I would ask for spells or anything, but I don't have the money to buy, so that's fine. It's all right. I'll be okay. I think. I hope.
Shortly after, the rest of your team will show up.
Okay. And I kind of just stand back once everyone shows up.
Smells good in here. Not like a bakery or anything, but it smells good in here.
Well, that's good to hear. I've been informed of your job. Is there anything I can do to assist you all?
Do you have anything that'll break a curse? Or keep someone from getting cursed?
To stop someone from being cursed, that would be difficult. It's easier to get rid of a curse once you have it than to stop it from occurring at all.
Gail, if you're looking for restoration magic, I did pick up supplies for that while we were in Warridge.
Oh, okay, that's good. We'll probably need that. Do you have a lot of it, or do we need more?
I can do it twice. Depends if you think that'll be enough or not.
How much for the supplies to do it just one more time?
It's 100 gold per casting.
All right. Let's get. Deah, do you have the supplies for that? Because if so, I can.
Which spells are you talking about?
Greater Restoration. It's diamond dust worth 100 gold.
Yeah, he will have 100 golds worth of diamond dust.
All right, let's get another one of those.
Am
I
I
got it. I got it.
Oh, you sure? Not the party funds?
No.
Okay.
We're taking care of things. This is going to be dangerous.
All right. I have marked that.
I don't. I mean, other than I think we need a few health potions. What does everybody else think?
Not many, since they won't work.
I mean,
they'll
better.
work if whatever it is isn't on us.
Do we know what it is even?
No, but it's better to have them and them not working than to need them and not having them there in the first place.
This is true. I'm guessing you have some kind of an idea of what is happening or something that is causing a problem?
Not a damn clue.
The soldiers who are supposed to be keeping that city safe are likely also turned against us. We'll be probably fighting them as well.
That's why we're going directly. We're avoiding all that.
So, since we're also going to be fighting other people, we'll probably need some other health potions just in case.
Oh, God.
They know the terrain. We don't.
You may wish to possibly talk to a cleric or something of the sort to see what you can do to help yourself in the situation.
All right.
Mr. Deah, is there anything at all you can tell us about them? I don't even know what they look like. If I saw them in front of me, I wouldn't have a single clue.
Well dressed. Always, always very well dressed. You do have your mother's eyes and hair. Your father has a bit of a stronger jawline, kind of a dark brown colored hair, wavy. He kept it cut shorter. He kept himself clean shaven. I don't recall him carrying weapons with him. At least, not while I saw him. Nor do I remember any weaponry, but any armor, but again, not while I knew him. I will say, the creature that they summoned will be Most likely quite a problem.
I wish there was a way to find out anything about that thing.
It's locked up. It's been locked up inside of a room. It takes 2 keys to open it. The Lord has one, the lady has the other. Well, sorry, the Count and the Countess.
Are they magic locks?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not going to be breakable.
How much influence does the creature have inside this room on what goes on around it?
I don't know. What I do know is that it's held inside of 2 circles, and the Count is responsible for both of them. One to keep it bound here, and one to summon it. And since the binding circle is outside of it, it will never be able to leave that room. It's home, essentially.
Is it possible that whatever is binding it or whatever, or it's angry because it hasn't received the soul it was promised, and it's causing whatever's happening to the city to be happening?
Entirely, but what do you know of Demodans, out of curiosity?
Nothing.
What do I know? Because I think that's the first time I've heard it.
That would be like a knowledge religion check.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Religion. Oop. Not supposed to be an advantage, but still a 19.
It's still 19. What you know is nothing amazing. What you know is that Demodans are more or less the term for a race, because they are actually born creatures of the hells that are they're from what is known as Carceri, Carceri. It is what's more or less a zone between 2 planes. If I remember correctly, I think it's the Abyss and something else. Let me double check. I want to make sure I get this right. I apologize for this, but this is something I want to make absolutely sure I have correct.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. This is an important thing.
It's an important detail because it's the difference between them being, you're either between the neutral evil plane and the chaotic evil plane, or the neutral evil plane and the neutral and the lawful evil plane. It's kind of an important detail. I believe they are between Abaddon and what's the other one?
Abyss?
Yeah,
Or
Abaddon
Nine
and the
Hells?
Abyss. It's basically a location between the two that is more or less a gigantic pit that just goes straight down. And the Demodans are a race of beings that, whereas demons and devils and daemons are all corrupted souls, well, most are. Demodans are an actual race that is born of the plains. They are natives to the Abyss and to Abaddon. They aren't corrupted from a humanoid form. They are corruption. That's what they always were. They were born like that, more or less. Yeah. And if you were to compare them to most demons or devils or any fiends, to be honest, they are typically fairly strong, but because of that strength, they're also hated by a majority of the fiends that are around them. Since they are stronger, they're very quickly put down and killed, as no one wishes to risk them just overthrowing them.
Do I know anything about like what kind of resistances they might have?
No.
Okay. I share this information in response to Avvarro in front of the group.
Danae, Sashio.
Yeah, whatever. The dude.
The man. Is there anything else? Rudy sort of looks at you like a little bit impressed, actually. Like, oh, huh. That's more than I knew. That helps a little bit. Is there anything else that you might know?
Afraid not. That's all I know.
Mr. Dene?
He can't hurt you unless you enter his room, by which I mean his circle, and you won't be able to hurt him unless you do the same.
Well, that's...
Then, as long as we can keep everyone out of the circle, we should be fine, right?
Well, we'd have to destroy him, so we'd have to enter the circle.
You won't
Yes.
destroy him. He's summoned.
Well, we
They'll
could
summon him.
deal with everything else and then deal with him when we are refreshed.
Mercy?
Yeah, a quick question. If he's stuck in that little itty bitty teeny tiny space, how is it possible he's doing all of this shit on a plane he's not native to?
He is very strong.
Or what if it's his mate?
Possible. I would hope not. Female Demadans are worse from what I've heard. And addicts, you would know in passing that since Demadans are a race and they are born, female Demadans actually birth clutches of Demadans in the hundreds.
Yeah. Figured. Alex is just sort of
So it would be very bad.
Gross.
I think
There is another thing you should be aware of. As he is summoned, you won't be able to kill him. You'll be able to force him back to his plane, which is good. But the moment you kill Rowan, that circle will start to fall apart. And he'll only stay bound to this plane for another day.
So if we kill my... When she says this, she sounds like she's going to throw up, honestly. So she's just like, when she says the word father, it's just sort of like a... When you kill my father, that man, he's not my father. The most that thing will be here is another day.
Yes, but it will be here for a day without its circle.
So we have to shove him back first, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, can't Maddie just do that thing she did to the skeleton and poof it somewhere else?
A banishment spell would certainly work.
I'd like to be able to do that. I could do that theoretically, but I don't have the money to buy the spell, so...
That's why we have Maddie.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
There's always a chance for spells like that to fail. Or that the Dimmadam could simply resist it.
I mean, why would it want to resist it if we're sending it back home?
Because he can cause chaos here.
There are subjects willing to give it souls, from the sounds of it. If
They
not
are willing
just the
to give it
wizards.
souls. They are willing to give the souls of others.
Exactly. If not just the Rosenvales, there could be others. It has more power here than it would back home.
Do you think Mr. Piston is involved in this?
I don't know. He was always willing to put up with much more for the sake of his family than I was. So I don't know.
I do know that the other team that spoke with him, he seemed nervous, according to the other team, but I don't know. Do wish my father were here. He'd let me know what to do. He'd help me. Or he'd tell me not to go. He'd probably tell me not to go.
Hey, Rudy.
Yeah.
This is one of those times where wishing somebody were here who's going to tell you not to do something you need to do is not what you want.
I know. I'm terrified.
I mean, worst case scenario is we all die, and then it's someone else's problem. Not to sound like Gale.
All right. I mean, fair.
You're not wrong, but
I don't want to fail at this.
Then what else? What supplies are you offering for sale so that we can be as well armed as possible?
And is there a discount?
I will almost certainly provide a mild discount.
Yay!
I don't know if there's
I
anything-
still have the lightning strike that could be useful in the right hands.
Real quick, Jill's commented, I just made friends with a dragon. I don't want to die just yet.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, Jill, let's hear. How bad is your voice?
I don't know if she's got a mic plugged in.
Ah, darn.
That's how bad it is. No mic.
Just
We
lame.
just imagine Rose saying this. It's fine.
The lightning strike could certainly help if you gave it to the right individual.
How much would a wall of light spell cost?
A wall of light.
It's a 5th level.
It's a 5th level spell. Let me double check the wording on it because it depends entirely on like how useful Asajia would find it.
Yeah.
Because
that's
I gotta
fair.
find out if he has it.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh,
Bad
I'm
gateway. All right, come on, Google, do your job.
I'm almost crying.
You
again.
slut.
This is fun.
Oh, I cried earlier. That's why I was muted.
I am.
You took Tick.
I know. I'm sad about that, you guys. I'm so sad. She was like cool.
Sorry.
Who died? The other one who died was Maya, right?
It was Maya Ruiz. Nope, Suez. Sorry.
Look,
Uh,
not to sound insensitive, but one of them gave me powerful mushrooms. I care more about that one.
that's fair.
Yeah. Sorry.
I understand. It just sucks. It's sad. We're sad about it.
I believe I do have the spell, yes.
Oh man. I have the paper for it. I just don't have the money to buy it. How much would it cost?
To add it to your book, doesn't it cost what is it?
Well, the
50
paper, I have the paper for it. Like I have
Oh,
for-
okay.
it's an evocation spell.
Yeah.
Right? So it's half the cost. It's 50 gold pieces per level, except if it's half. It's half for me. So it's 125. I have like 200. I have like the paper for it. Like I have 200 something paper. I have 200 and because I bought a shit ton of paper earlier, so I have 275 worth of paper. I have the paper for it. I just don't have the money to buy the actual spell.
What would the cost of the spell be? Because I can't remember.
Like I think we said 250 because it would be like 50 gold pieces of spell.
Yeah,
50 gold piece of level, so it's 250.
so it's like 250.
And what does
I
it
can-
do?
It makes a wall. It makes a wall of light, and it's radiant light that's 60 feet. And every turn, I can use it to hit somebody, and then the wall goes down 10%. And it can blind anybody it hits initially. It can blind them if they fail a con save for a minute. This is a very useful spell.
Deah will pay that for you if you need it.
Okay. Okay.
Are you buying it?
Yeah, I want to buy it, yes.
Okay,
It's
I'll pay
extremely useful. Thank you.
250.
Alright, I'll add that to my spell list then. Cool.
Is there anything in particular the rest of you need?
I'm trying
Got
to
some
remember,
healing potions.
but
We
I'm
can
trying to
do
remember
that.
what items he has right now. Because I don't have that notebook. The one I had it all written in was the one
He
that
has
went
lightning
missing.
strike. He has.
I gotta-
You have the all or nothing coin now.
Yep.
Where is that? You have the ring of the goat. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. I think he has the iron oculus available.
Nope.
That's not on the shelf.
Could I buy one more diamond dust for Revivify?
Yeah, sure. That'd be 300, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he will have enough for that.
Okay.
He still has the mind's eye, which is that item that lets you read someone's mind. Let's see. I think he does have the rusted spike. I don't recall the exact price of that though. The all-seeing eye, which is that red pearl that never lets you blink but gives you advantage on perception.
Mm.
And lightning strike, which is that dagger that lets you do 5 attacks at the cost of no crits and a -4 to hit.
I just need the healing potions, honestly.
All right. What kind of potion are you looking for? Just a simple one, or something stronger?
If you've got something a bit stronger, I'll take it. Maybe just a little bit stronger than the basic one.
I'm sure I can do something like that. Give me a moment. I need to double check the pricing for it.
All right.
A regular potion of healing is 50 gold, and a potion of greater healing is 150.
We'll use the party funds to get this. No, we said that already, but
All right. Do we want to do 2 of the bigger ones? And then 4 of the smaller ones.
sure. That sounds fine.
That should, or if we do we
I already have- I have a-
600? Yeah.
I mean, I already have a potion of greater healing on me, if that affects anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a basic healing potion on me.
I still have
Okay.
the flask, but I have like a use of it or two, depending on like what happens.
All right. If we have 500 gold, we can get 2 of the bigger ones and then 4 of the regular ones.
I have a fair amount of money because of their race. I could contribute that to the party funds if you would like to buy more potions.
I think that mostly the potions are for emergency. It is kind of my thought with that.
If you would like to
if you want to-
contribute, I won't stop you.
Aye. How much do we have of the party funds to put into this?
I mean, total right now we have like a little over 1,900 gold. We have to keep enough to be able to pay for the estate, obviously, but
Aye. So if we take 500 out of there, we'll get 2 greater ones, 4 of the regular ones. Onyx, whatever you're comfortable with.
I know. Shh.
Whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to buy like 1 or 2 of whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy 2 of the standard ones myself. So let's do that.
I will buy 1 greater and 1 regular, I guess. So that should be 200 gold, right?
One
Yeah.
regular. Yeah, that's 200.
Okay.
Gail's handing over 100 gold and is getting 2 of the standards. And then we're taking 500 out of the party funds, and we're
So we've
getting 2
already done.
graders and 4 standards.
Who is typing a fucking paragraph?
Me, sorry.
So who's getting the potions then?
Let's figure that out later.
All right.
Let's just get them now. We can even get them to people on the road. I'll put them in my bag for now.
Okay, you can hold on to them for now.
Aye.
I will point out there is no on the road.
But
We'll figure it out later.
Aye.
Off
Let's-
screen.
Let's
No,
not.
I know.
Let's not take up the rest of
That's fair.
Harvey's
That's fair.
and
That's fair. That's fair.
Danae's day. Have this. Do you have anything, any sort of potion that'll counteract poison? Harvey.
Connor.
Sorry.
I-
Sorry about that. I'm a
It's-
bit lost in thought.
That's all right. Do you have any sort of potion or anything that'll remove poison?
Yes, I'm almost certain I have something of that sort.
All right. How much would that
Just
be?
give me a second.
What
Alright.
kind of... I am also able to do that if you'd like me to prepare that spell in the upcoming days.
I don't know if we're specifically going to need it, but I'm trying to think of everything that emergency-wise that we would need. And Addicts, if you have any ideas, mostly what I'm thinking of is we don't know what we're going into, and this goes for anybody. If you can think of any sort of weird situation,
If you want, I can keep Detect Poison and Disease prepped along with Detect Evil and Good.
Between
If-
my two restoration spells, I can cure most ailments,
all right.
in addition to regular healing.
I do plan on looking in, seeing what the situation is over there a bit.
Aye.
So maybe give us a bit of an idea.
I'll be honest, the reality is we're pretty much going to war,
I know.
so be ready for that.
Harvey stops clinking from underneath the from underneath the table, and eventually brings up a small selection. I do have a few that could work. I've got the run-of-the-mill antivenoms. It should work on, well, toxins and poisons that are local to the area, but if that's not the case, it won't work for you. If you're doing something a little bit more unique, you may need this potion of poison resistance. I'm talking like Harvey. I'm sorry. I'm talking like Asagio, even though I'm talking as Harvey.
That's all right.
I apologize.
Harvey's just doing
My
an
mistake.
Asagio, actually. It's fine.
No, my brain's not working today. I apologize. But I do have a few potions that could work as something as a potion for dealing with poison. They're a bit more expensive, about 100 gold, and I'm trying my best to make sure it costs less for you.
All right. I'll take
Okay.
one of those.
Out of
Just so we have it.
Out of curiosity, Harvey, did you ever figure out that potion that I gave you?
Remind me, which potion did you give him?
I didn't give him, but I gave him like the book that had the potion, the one that like doubled everything.
Oh yes,
I did give him
it was a something Lotus potion.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was just the Lotus potion.
Yes, I did manage to find out how it works. It's highly addictive and dangerous. Take too many of them, and you'll find yourself become extremely weak, and
Right.
it seems to be nearly permanent. In theory, I could make more, but I'd have to have the Lotus in question. Rare material, but still.
Well, I'll keep that
Makeable.
in mind. Maybe
All right.
we'll find something.
So I'll take that potion of poison resistance.
That's 100 gold.
Yep, already marked it off.
Yeah, it's a Lotus crystal solution. That's what it's called.
Ah, that's what it was called. I thought it was just Lotus. Okay.
All right.
All ability scores will be doubled for 1d6 hours. If you drink it 5 times,
Oh, you never told us how many times it was.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you now because he's had a chance to fully look over it.
Okay.
By drinking it 5 times, your stat bonuses are halved when you're not actually drinking it. So
Ooh,
it
okay.
becomes like an addiction.
Yeah.
So you have to have it, otherwise your stat bonuses are just shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Do we magically restore that and fix that, or
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. It doesn't look to be something as simple as a restoration spell, so it might be something a bit tougher.
Well, then, if we do end up using it again, we just have to be
fairly
careful.
powerful restoration?
We just have to be careful about who uses it. Like, I don't intend on using it again for myself. I used it once. That's all I needed. It wasn't very useful when I did use it.
Book of Dog Summoning is basically price-wise going to be the exact same as the Book of Cat Summoning,
Which was 50
So-
gold.
which is 50 gold. Really, if you just give him 50 gold, he'll be able to work on it and, do the full thing.
Okay, I made that today already, so I'll do that.
All right. Anything else anybody needs?
I need to go copy this spell, and then I need to go.
Oh yeah.
to
Are you
stop.
wearing this right now?
No, I'm just holding them. I didn't attempt to.
Erudite's
Oh,
gonna
that's probably safe to put on by now.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna ask something.
Do we-
Because Erudite was gonna take off her necklace before we went over there, and she was wondering if she could have it while we're at least in Rosenvale. Afterwards, she doesn't want them. She just wants them in Rosenvale. She just wants, but yeah, that makes sense too. So
I mean, how much AC does it give again? It was like
+2.
It's +2.
so.
Yeah.
If Maddie has it, her armor
It's
would be 19.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
take it. It's fine.
that's
It's
good.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Do it. Let's work on those. All right. I think we have everything together. I mean,
Yeah,
as good as-
and braces of armor do stack with mage armor, which your feet basically is. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
The fire friend's in the bag of holding.
It's in the
so
bag of holding.
Nail.
Do
As
we
is
really-
the dirty book.
Do we really want to bring those with us?
Oh no, they're going.
Especially the fiery friend.
Those are going to
Fire-
the
what?
estate. The Efreet. The Efreet.
You're breathing.
I think we're gonna hide them in the estate.
Okay, but this is out of character because I don't know.
No. I think a bunch of things are getting hidden in the
I
estate.
think we're
actually,
done shopping, so we're having this discussion in character as we're.
It's
walking
no big
towards the estate.
Yeah.
Like you guys can have the conversation in
is there
character.
a way? Is there a way we could get like a lead box to stick the book, just in case, to kind of stick the book and hide it somewhere so like it really can't be found? Because usually spells can't go past lead boxes and things like that. Detection spells.
I mean, how much would one of those be?
I don't know. Where would we get a lead box, Connor?
Saggio.
Lead box.
Yeah.
Someone
Oh,
have to make it for you.
Someone would have to make it, and we don't have time for that right now.
I could just keep it in the bag.
I don't want that coming with us. That's bad.
I mean, the book doesn't matter as much. It's more the
It's the
Jinn.
Ifrit. Yeah, the Jinn. Yeah. Kind of don't want that coming with us.
I will point out as the DM, you do have a clear way of making sure the wish doesn't go into someone else's hands.
Which is just
Using
casting now.
it.
To use it, that's
My-
the only way you can stop it from being at least a risk of it being used by somebody else.
Yeah,
That is up to Maddie.
that is really up to Maddie.
Are you ready to use it? If not, that is fine.
Yeah,
But
that's also okay. Yeah.
precautions will have to be taken. We could also just go and not get captured or killed.
Aye.
That would also be an effective solution.
That would be.
I'd rather have it on me because then we actually have control over it.
Okay.
Better control over it than just leaving it somewhere.
I agree.
Well, Maddie, again, this is your choice. Are you ready to use it?
God, this is overwhelming. I'm scared someone might take it. So, I guess you could give it a shot.
Well, there's only one shot from the sounds of it.
Maddie, if you're not ready, it's fine.
I still have. I need to think it over. Still, this is.
Aye.
It's
Think
it's
it over.
still tough to think of the
No
wish.
worries.
That's understandable.
Besides, this isn't the only way to help. If something does happen and we end up losing it, that happens sometimes. But I'd rather have a hold of it rather than trying to leave it to somebody else.
I agree.
It's true.
All right.
Well, I think at this point we each have some minor things we need to attend to.
Aye. But real quick, before everybody goes to the rooms, because I'm assuming we're at the estate by now.
Not quite yet, because I was going to go back out and do
Okay,
things.
we are not there yet. When everyone is at the estate, I want to talk to everybody real quick.
Agreed.
What time of day is it?
Right now,
I mean, it's still pretty early. I would
yeah,
say.
it's
Yeah.
like maybe noon.
Okay. What I want to do is waiting until night. So
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the next like 2.5 hours copying the spell, and then there's something I want to do. So, well, I've been saying what I want to do. So,
Gail's gonna keep reading the book and eating what it tells him to eat.
I've got 2 things I want to do.
a thin slice of cantaloupe at 5 o'clock.
I'm assuming it's like specific meats and lean proteins and vegetables. All the good stuff.
what is it that you want to do?
First, doesn't want a haircut.
Okay.
Yeah, super
Okay.
serious. Yeah. Just, get some of the hair out of the way since we're going into more dangerous territory. I'll describe what it looks like later. The other thing is I would like to buy 25 gold worth of flowers.
Okay. You can definitely do so. That's a lot of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you buy
Or like really expensive flowers.
well, you would actually be better off buying flower seed then. You could certainly buy some like very expensive flower seed, because there are some that are reputed for being beautiful. You could certainly do that.
Because the purpose for this is divination. Can I make it grow in the process of casting the spell?
Yes,
Just for flavor.
and then they would be, destroyed. But
Of course. I mean, there's a reason why he wants flowers for this, so he'll take it. Cool. And that's it.
yeah, that's fine. Totally doable.
I'm ready for the group meeting.
Could I visit the bakery a bit? And
Yes, you may.
yeah, to
Oh, Let's
say
go one more
bye.
thing with Maddie, real quick.
What?
After your thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Maddie just tells her dad that she'll be, going somewhere and it's probably gonna be dangerous. And then she would just give a long hug to Finn.
Hey, kiddo.
Hi, Dad.
What's up? What's wrong? You seem a little distracted.
I'm gonna be gone for a few days, and the one thing I'm worried about is that I might die in this. So I just wanted to say, I just want to tell you about the situation.
Okay. First, I'd rather you not die as your father. Also, what do you mean? What do you want to tell me?
So we're going to Rosenvale for a few days because something is happening over there, and you know, obviously maybe the healers is gonna be in a dire situation. So I just want to make sure that hopefully I'll be back home safe. So
Okay.
and
All right.
another thing, we also obtained an Afriti that has a wish that could obviously save, Mom. I'm not sure what to do with it.
We'll bring her back.
It's not that easy, Dad.
I mean, if the wish will work, we could bring back your mother.
But what if they try finding her when she's out? I'll
Honey,
put a danger to you and me.
honey, if they were willing to capture her for all this time, they're going to try and do that no matter what.
I don't know. I'm scared.
So am I, but you're strong, and I'm sure you'll be okay.
Okay, Dad.
And worst case scenario, I can depend on your mother. She can protect me, and so can you. And I'm not worried about that.
God, okay, that made me emotional a little bit. Okay. Well, I gotta go now, so hopefully I'll be back.
I'm sure you will.
I love you, Dad.
Love you too, honey. I know. Get you into a very tight hug,
Oh, no. That hurts.
and then eventually he will let you go.
Okay. And Maddie heads back to the state.
Real quick, it's gonna fucking suck if we ever have to tell him Maddie's dead. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, that's why I just wanted to stop by.
Oh God. This is why I have a verify and an iron stone.
Connor's gotta
Because
learn how to
I
cry on
haven't.
command.
I'm sorry, I have to stop by in case something happens.
Sorry, Jill, but
I really hope not. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And now that we've mentioned it, it's gonna happen because it's always the person that meant that it gets mentioned. It happens.
No, it's always the person who says, "No, we're not gonna die."
I mean, to be fair, both people who have said that have been Gail and Odie.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's what I'm saying. That's who died. So if we
It's
say
okay,
that
'cause Gail
Maddie's
keeps
going
saying
to
it,
die,
too.
then she will.
It's alright, guys. We're basically gods.
I know that reference at least.
Anywho,
Yep.
Any whim.
What is what is Mercy doing?
is it night?
Oh no, I don't think so.
No.
Erudite is going to copy the spell, which will take her 2.5 hours. Is a shrine at our estate, by the way? Is the Amazon shrine there yet?
The Amazon Shrine would be. How long ago did you commission that? 3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, by now the Amazon Shrine would be finished.
Okay.
And it is exactly as you wish it to be depicted. And just judging by the ticking and clicking noises you're hearing from this thing that are constantly coming from it, it sounds incredibly complex.
Makes her happy. She will, even though it's really uncomfortable, she will transcribe in sort of in front of the shrine. That's where she's like doing this like spell copying. And then she's going to scry on the bar. She's going to take an hour to do the thing, the recovery, and then she will scry on the bar. On Sammy's bar.
Okay. So it was Sammy's bar and then something else. What?
I wanted to do the Mestins, but that one I'll have to go out because I don't know if the space where the shrine is there enough space to do a ritual casting of scry?
Scry's a 4th level spell.
Fifth.
As long as you're at your estate, yes, because you have a lot of room there.
Okay, so yeah, so I will do.
I think the only spell you'd have difficulty casting at your estate would be maybe a 9th level spell.
That's good. It's good to know.
But like then.
But she'll do the she'll do the bar first because she wants to do the scry on Mestin's place last. So yeah, she'll do the bar first. Virtually cast. I took an hour and a half to cast Wish.
Yeah. Oh boy. So
I'm casting on a place and not a person, so I don't think.
So you're going to cast it on Sammy's bar?
Yeah.
The Sour Grapes Inn. So looking, casting Scry, which on a place there's no save.
There is no save, which is why I'm doing it.
Are you casting on the inside of the bar or the outside of the bar? This is important.
See, I kind of want to cast outside, but I believe it has to be in a confined space.
I think so too.
So I think I'm going to have to do the inside.
Okay. So casting on the inside of the bar, you would see that your vision swims and you feel yourself pulled away from the estate, and you watch as your mind rushes over the trees and over the mountains towards Rosenvale. But as you travel over the trees, just as you're beginning to reach the mountain chains that block off Rosenvale from the rest of Odela, the sky above you turns dark. Not black like it's nighttime, but dark as if it is overcast with these remarkably dark clouds. And the further in you go, the darker it becomes, until eventually it looks like you're about to see the mother of all storms appear, but it never comes. And then you reach the town of Rosenvale, and your vision snaps in closer and closer until eventually you're looking at the Sour Grapes Inn, and your vision travels inside of it. And inside, you see an inn with the lights down low, some not even out. You see a few candles kept dim with some shutters around them to reduce the light. You see that the windows have been boarded up and several secure locks have been placed on the door itself to prevent anybody from entering. You only see a few people inside of this bar. It looks like a group of about 3 people who look to be fairly elderly. 1 dwarf, 2 humans, and Sammy, Iso, who appears to be in better shape than you last saw them. They appear to be not necessarily aware, but awake.
I believe with scrying inside. Let me see. Just want to see something. Within 10 feet, you can see through the edge if you were there. Sensor removes with the target. Can I move the sensor inside the room?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna have the sensor kind of like do a roundabout of like sort of everything. If there's no, are you saying the windows are shuttered so I can't like look
The
out,
window,
right?
the windows are boarded up.
They're
Not
boarded
shuttered.
up.
They are boarded up.
Can I get closer to the people, the three people at the? That are they all together? The three
Yes.
elderly people.
Yes.
Can I get that in there closer and see if they're talking about anything?
No, they are not speaking to one another. But you get closer to them.
Yeah.
You see that they all look worn and not tired, but just exhausted from what you can assume to be recent events. They are all wearing some kind of a cloak or blanket around their shoulders to keep them warm, as the campfire, the fire inside of the inn itself is dim. Is dim. It's not that high. And Sammy, you see from the distance, Sammy kind of looks over to them, watches for a bit, and then eventually just kind of goes back to standing near the bar and listening.
Do they seem scared?
Yes.
This is not a. There's extra boats on the. So they're trying to protect from something. We'd try to contact Sammy, but Sammy would just think. So I'll spend like 10 minutes doing that. I think then when I come out of it, I'm gonna come out of it, and I'm gonna start to ritually cast Scry on Meston's, like the room where he like talked to me when I was there. You know what I'm talking? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like
Not entirely.
When we went to visit them,
Okay.
right? I think it was like his study. I think it was.
Okay.
Like that room. I'm going to scry on.
Okay. Yeah, you can certainly do that.
Yeah.
So there is not just you would realize that is also the room where you got his teleportation symbol.
Oh, it's in that same room? I didn't remember
Yeah.
it was in that same room. Okay. That's cool. That's fine. Okay. That's good to know. I did not remember that actually, but that's good to know.
Yep.
Okay.
That is exactly where it is. So if you want, you can certainly try to do that.
Yeah, she's gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna work, but she's gonna try.
Let me check one thing. Yeah. Okay. I will. Okay. You attempt to cast Scry to look at the Mesden estate, and you feel yourself go over the forest and then traveling over the mountains and then over Lake Redian towards the Mesden estate. But as you're beginning to approach the Mesden estate, the sensor goes black and the Scry fails.
Okay. That's a bit distressing. All right. I'm done.
Okay. Anything else from you guys?
Wanted to go to the temple since Asada said to talk to. I'm dying. Anyway, basically, I need holy water for a spell, and Asaju said talk to a cleric, so I'm gonna do that. If anybody wanted to join me,
Is
Gale
taking a
roll.
nap in the wild garden. We have that, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Gales.
Yeah.
So I guess the Fearbolgs are gonna go find the temple, whichever one Gale would lead addicts to.
Gale.
Pharasma.
Okay. Was there a Temple of Pharasma in Srecane?
I mean, it was the graveyard.
It was basically, you're right, it was basically the graveyard.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could
It's
certainly
got the
do that.
weird orbs that like you can see from a distance, like what is glowing but not like glowing.
Say
One
again.
black one.
Oh, yes,
Like,
the ones
it's
that she's
weird.
holding. Sorry, you started talking, my brain went,
Okay.
yes, you can make your way to the graveyard towards the statue of Pharasma.
There should be somebody here.
Is there?
Well, making your way towards the graveyard, you guys. I'm assuming you start at the statue itself.
Yeah,
Sure.
probably.
You begin at the statue, and you give a quick look around. And you initially don't really see much of anybody, but you do see what looks to be a gravedigger who is at a nearby grave, just kind of like with his back pressed up against the side of it, resting. You see he's got a little lantern next to him that has some cloth covering the sides of it and a shovel.
No. Hello, friend. Was hoping to ask, by chance, are you a cleric?
Who's asking?
Me.
On me. I'm
And
Gale.
him. I'm at
We're friends of Oz.
Good enough. All right. He stands up, cracks his back. He makes this loud popping noise as he presses his hand behind it. Looking at this man, you see he's certainly in his mid to late 60s. He's got a fairly well trimmed goatee going on right now, with a receding hairline that's begun to go back towards like the back of his head. He has this very clear weathered look to him, with these dark, almost like brown black colored eyes, and he just kind of looks at you two and goes, "So, what can I do for?"
There's a couple things. One is that we are going somewhere where entities of a fiendish nature may be influencing the area around us. Is there any kind of protections we should take to help against that?
Something to protect you from evil? Yeah, I'd certainly see something like that.
You mean like the spell protection from good and evil that I have?
Yes, that. It would certainly help.
Out of character, by the way. He's not that.
This is kind of saying yes, it would certainly help.
Yeah. Like beyond a spell of protection from good and evil, is there anything else that you would recommend?
Let me double check one spell. The only thing that would act as perfect protection against something like this would be making consecrated ground. But that'd be tough. Costs a lot of money. Typically takes quite a bit of faith. It's not simple. But it would keep you safe. Especially for something fiendish. At least I'd assume so.
It's what I do to this place every day. Well, it's what I did. But still,
Past tense. You no longer do it.
I'm old. I'm old, kid. I don't do that anymore.
How
I
old
just
are you?
protect. 67.
You're only 2 years older than me.
Yeah, well, I don't live as long as you. Something like that is entirely doable. What?
I was just going to ask, in all of your experience, because that might not be the only thing that we're dealing with, have you ever experienced, whether it's a spell or some sort of creature that would prevent healing, even that's divine?
Kind of like tugs on his beard slightly as he's thinking.
Well, curses can certainly do it. Stuff like that. Particularly powerful beings probably do that too. But bear in mind, I've only heard stuff like that from my grandpappy's stories. So, don't know.
All right.
My money's on a curse, though.
That's
Would
kind of what
it,
we were thinking too.
with the curse, would it have to be something actively cast, or would it be just like a cursed object or weapon?
Varies. It could be a cursed object, could be a cursed weapon, could be cast. Really, that's a problem with the curse. There's no real way of knowing without seeing it.
All right.
Hmm. Do you have any holy water that I might purchase?
Might have some. Pretty sure those worshippers of Srecane got more. I'm not one for carrying it with me. I can bless what I need, hit what I can. He just kind of holds up the shovel.
That's a good solution.
Alex is nodding like, yep, that checks out.
All right.
Very well. Shall we go to this Srecane temple for the holy water then?
Aye, we'll go there. We'll just stop by the statue on our way out.
What will you do?
Gail's going by the statue for Asma on the way out.
Oh, no, I know. And what will you do there?
Oh, he's just gonna kind of stop and kind of look up at her and go, "So, somebody's messing with the way of things again. I'd appreciate it if you'd just keep an eye on us."
Okay. You say that, and you do not feel any immediate. You don't hear anything. You don't feel anything, but you have faith that she will.
All right. All right, Alex, let's go to this other temple.
On the way there, Adams will just sort of say, "So, Gail,
Aye.
is this the kind of thing your group generally does?"
More or less. We've been falling more and more into this sort of thing lately. It's not so much that we go looking for this sort of thing, it's just sort of falls in front of us. It's fate.
Alex just sort of glances behind him where they just left a statue. And just looks pensive. So, I don't know. Perhaps this is not because I am not a believer myself, but I find it strange that dealing with politics and civilization at war seems to fall so easily into relapse.
Well, that's the fate part. Honestly, for a bit of it, there's no reason we should be this tangled up and everything. But we're the ones who can best deal with a lot of these situations. Whether we make them or not. So, fate.
I suppose that is one way of looking at it.
Either way, I trust myself and everyone else here to deal with it better than most people would. We've seen what happens when other people try to deal with things. Most other people aren't that good at it.
Competence can definitely be a rare commodity.
That's true. Have you ever had to deal with anything weird at home?
Weird how?
Like in terms of this kind of thing, like politics or
No.
weird herds coming through or anything like that?
No, not really. I mainly stuck to the wilds. Only really went in cities when I needed supplies.
Oh,
That I
cities
couldn't
are
find
awful for the
wilds.
most part. I'm with you there.
No. The weirdest was some ruins that I found. But turned out well enough in the end.
What kind of ruins were they?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. It looked primal in nature, but also of some deity that wasn't familiar with.
Was there anything cool in there?
Well, I certainly think so.
Like what sort of thing?
Bones, to be specific.
Do you have any of them with you?
I do, actually. And I suppose I'll pull out my jar of preservation that has a single lone claw in it.
I will point. It's not necessarily a claw. It's a digit.
Whatever.
Like a finger.
Yeah.
With a claw on it.
Mm-hmm. It is a claw.
What does that do? What's that from?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. But it is to be believed. It is from one of the first lycanthropes.
Can I roll to see if Gale would know what? I'm sure he's heard of them, but like how much he would know.
Sure, you could go for either knowledge nature or knowledge arcana.
Okay.
As that is more or less the nature of lycanthropy.
Oh, I mean, it's the same roll either way. I know he would have heard of them, but
what does he know of them?
Not much.
Not much.
As we could.
He's heard of them.
Well,
I've heard stories.
Sorry, buddy.
No, that's fine. I wanted to do this because I'm trying to roleplay it. I've heard of them. I haven't dealt with any of them specifically, but are those the ones that do they infect other people? Are they the ones that scream at the moon?
My experience, many things scream at the moon. go.
Well, that's true. Lots of things do,
But
but they're mad at it.
I don't know. I have never seen a lycanthrope, but if you're referring to people who are able to change their shape, not necessarily at will, but generally with the phases of the moon, then yes, those are lycanthropes.
Oh, all right. I've heard lots of different stories, and there's lots of different things that people say. There was one that said that it had to do with people being hit with fish, and I didn't believe that one.
I actually heard that story too in my research. Turned out to be a dead end. Started by some angry wife of a fisherman.
You know, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That seems interesting, though.
Mm-hmm.
If we find one, we should study it. I'd be
That is-
interested to learn more about it.
Indeed. So, be careful though if you are ever rummaging around in my bag. From what I understand, the digit could potentially spread lycanthropy to whoever gets scratched by it.
Well, that seems a bit dangerous then.
I suppose it is. Come, the day grows short and we still have much to do.
That's true. Let's go. To the Temple Cernray.
Bum, 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 bum.
So unless you guys have something important to discuss with either the priests or priestess or high cleric of Zanrai, you guys can get a hold of holy water pretty easily.
Yeah. That's the plan, I think.
I
Right?
will. Yep.
Okay.
3 things of holy water. How much is that?
Holy water is. Let me double check the price. Nope, that's a Holy Avenger. That's a lot more expensive than I thought. Not what I was intending to look at.
I'll take it.
No, well, do you have $165,000?
Jesus Christ.
A Holy Avenger? Do you
No,
realize
I know.
how strong those
The
weapons
legend-
are?
That's
Very,
a
very
legendary.
strong. I
Sorry,
know.
I left it in my other pants pocket. Shouldn't have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe after he ransacked the Grey Monkey.
Yeah, wow. Even then,
Who knows? Maybe that's
a flask of
something
holy
that's-
water is 25 gold.
Dang, that's expensive. Okay, I'll still get
Uh,
3.
That's base game.
I know, but still. I'll take 3.
Okay, 75 gold.
Boom. Roasted.
Yeah, range attack. Yeah, it's basically a range attack against a fiend or undead for 2d6
More-
radiant.
For the material component for protection against good and evil.
That too.
Because I have that spell because of the Unearthed Arcana. So we
All
are
right.
here.
back to the inn. Or not the inn, the estate. That one.
I'm assuming, unless anyone has anything else to do, it is night. So Mercy can do her thing.
There's like
Also, I
one
will.
gone.
No, I was gonna say. I will say. Erudite probably falls asleep in front of the shrine.
What is y'all with taking naps in the middle of the day?
No. Like at the end of the night.
Hey.
Like after she's
I
done
thought
with
Gail
everything-
wanted to have a group meeting.
Oh yeah, never mind
Yep.
then. Yeah, I
But
forgot about
we should probably do the group meeting because Mercy's doing her thing right before bed.
that.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. So,
I'll gather around the turkey at the dinner table.
Deah comes in from her nap outside.
I'm assuming we'll have dismissed the people for
Staff.
the night. Yeah, the staff.
all right.
You can do so.
So,
Okay.
I will say the butler is going to become acquainted with your new dog.
This butler has a lot to do.
The fun thing is,
It's not the
Telling-
worst time I've had.
what did I name that dog again?
Stupid mutt.
No,
I think you named it like Night or something.
did I name it
'Cause
Night?
it was a white dog.
I think did you name it Ebony?
No, Ebony.
No.
I think you named it Night.
Ebony something else. I
Oh,
think it
that's
is.
right.
Night.
I think it was night.
Yeah, Night
Yeah,
is
I think you're right,
not
Becca.
Because it was like
Ebony was a old pet. We
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
bring
that's
up
right. That's
Ebony.
right. That's right. That's right.
You'll make
Ebony's
Matt
fucking
sad.
dead.
But yeah, Milton will work on training the dog.
Actually,
Do we pay him enough?
Milton gets
Absolutely
paid
not.
2 gold a week.
Oh yeah,
yes,
enough.
he does.
Like,
Not bad.
he's the
He gets
one that
paid enough.
he's the one that used to work for the Mestons, right?
Yes, I think so.
Like debating whether or not Erudite would ask him anything.
Like, let's see. Let me double check the exact price because, like, total, the
Yeah,
big
she
members of your servants crew, they get paid 78 gold total. They each get 26 gold a month. So no, 26 gold a season, which is pretty good. Like,
We pay our
especially
staff well. The union.
like that's honestly really quite good.
Yeah, they get paid 2 gold per season. Or
No.
per day,
No.
whatever.
Per day.
That's 78 per season for all 3 of them. So divide that by 3.
Anyway, team meeting.
All right. So I had talk with Avvarro. Like I mentioned back in the shop, the problem is with the whole town the way it is, there's also a good chance that we're not just fighting the Mestons, the Rosenvales, or not just fighting all of them. We're probably going to be fighting, there's a good chance, the town guard or whoever else they've brought in to defend them. So this isn't just fiends. This is people. These are bad people who've taken control of a town. And they're oppressing them in some sort of way. And they're just bringing general darkness into that town. We don't have much help. And there's not a good way to immediately know who we can trust. So when it comes down to it, we're going in there and we're fighting the entire town.
And our healing capabilities aren't going to be. Who knows what they're going to be?
Aye. We're going to have to fight everybody.
This is terrifying.
So this isn't so much something that we can buy items for or anything like that. But I want everyone tonight to come to terms with the fact that we really may have to kill some people. And not something so easy as people are trying to, these are assassins or these are fiends or anything like that. It could easily be somebody who used to run a shop. It could easily be somebody who was a servant, somebody who delivered post. If somebody's coming at you and trying to kill you, you can't hesitate. Not here. And you will need to be ready for that.
Just like the good old days.
I know some of you are probably more used to that than others, but I wanted it to be known. There may be some cases here where we need to put a bunch of people down and then sort out the mess later.
I guess, sort of on that note, what is our plan then? I assume we teleport there in the morning, but then what is our objective?
Don't we know somebody in the town who has an inn or something?
I have a way of getting us into house very quickly. All I'm saying is you need to be ready to fight from the second we get there.
But then what? Are we trying to survey the town? Are we going right to where this creature is
I want to
being
go
kept?
right to where I want to go right to where it's being kept, if at all possible.
That sounds extremely dumb for someone who's smart. You want to go into a town where everyone is potentially hostile and immediately charge headfirst into a room of hostiles.
Yes.
Well,
No.
to be fair, according to this map that Rudy so kindly put on the table, the keep itself is far away from the town.
Wait, we need to put a knife into this map.
I've got one of those.
No, that took 3 months to make.
It's an expensive map.
Oh, okay.
Rip it in half.
But then, if the creature is being kept in the keep, it would be away from the town. In theory, we might not have to deal with anyone inside the town if we go
I can
straight
get
to
us
the
into the
source.
Meston house.
Meston's not that close, though.
Probably closer than the town is. Right?
Oh, what? No, I think the Mestons were in the mountains, weren't they?
No.
Connor,
They were. The Rosenvales were right here.
you mean the
And the
Mestons?
Mestons?
Mestons, yes.
And where the Rosenvales?
And the Greymont Keep.
Yeah.
So no matter what, we're going to be traveling. And
Right.
also, going to the Mestons could still end badly. The question is, which evil are we more willing to take?
But they also, it's also the thought that, remember, I just remember Alice saying, I don't know if he'd necessarily put his family at risk by going all in. He was willing to deal with more, according to Mr. Dene, but I don't know if he'd do anything to risk his family.
We could always take them hostage. That would get them to do anything that we want.
Do we really want to take kids hostage?
I'd rather not. That
Mm.
It's just an option. I'm just putting it out there.
it is, but the kids were pretty cool.
It
I
wouldn't
think we'll have to-
actually
Remember, I hung
harm
out with
them.
I
them.
was thinking more.
I'm not gonna harm a kid. It's just,
What
I was
happens?
Taking
Will
somebody
you?
hostage isn't nice.
I was
It's also
thinking,
traumatizing.
they'll be fine.
What's up, Addicts?
What happens if even the kids are under the creature's sway and they seek to kill us?
Oh, God.
Okay, Connor.
From the
No,
sounds
stop,
of the
stop.
DM, I think that won't be a
No,
problem.
stop. Connor, you can't say that. You made
Alright.
us murder zombie children.
Okay,
Alright,
fair.
True, yeah.
If it comes down to it, either Ro could do it or
she's gonna kill the younglings.
No.
I will not kill children. We will not kill children. Unless they're already dead.
My
Can-
point is,
Kill me, Anakin.
ultimately, no matter what happens, if there is immediately a fight, we cannot let anyone escape if we wish to keep the element of surprise.
Aye, that's true.
How far do you think the Mestons is from Greymont Keep, like travel-wise?
Maybe a day.
They may
Like,
have the ability.
Greymont Keep from the Mestons? Yeah, maybe a day.
I mean, they also may have the ability. If we keep them alive enough, he may have the ability to take us over there.
Real quick, you just said keep them alive enough. Does that imply there's certain levels of aliveness?
Yes.
This is news to me.
Surely you've been unconscious. It's like you're dead, but not.
There's
I mean-
sometimes being dead's also not dead.
Oy
Oh, that's right. You were resurrected.
That's true.
Yeah, this is true. As was
Both
I.
of you.
Mhm.
I was made aware.
Yeah.
Do you think
Either
someone's
way.
gonna die this trip?
There's a good chance of it.
I
Don't
don't know.
mention death around me.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Hey, Maddie.
What?
You know that cool wing trick you did bringing Rudy back? Does that help you in other places?
I don't know. Does it look like I know what I am?
Well, no, but it could be important if we're dying in a fight.
I suppose you said you wanted to teach flying lessons. I suppose we could do that for the remainder of the night before we sleep.
Oh, right. That. Can you see in the dark though, Maddox?
I can summon some fire to see,
Okay.
but no, not naturally. I do have one more thing to sort of add on to this, and I will pull out the big bag of seed that I got.
I'm
got
sorry, you said seed?
Yes, these are flower seeds.
Okay.
I figured since this does have the air that we are walking towards our deaths, some flowers for your funeral might be appropriate for a divination. So I will offer you this, since I do not think we will have time once we are there. We get one question now to help guide our path.
Not a bad idea, actually.
I am not as familiar with this situation as you all are. I am still new to the group, so I'm afraid this is all I can offer. So the question is yours, but I will be the messenger.
All right. Maybe that the question there could be: do we go to the Mestons first or the Rosenvales?
You
Oh,
have to
Kate.
ask. It has to be a yes or no question, right?
No.
No.
is-
Oh, okay.
We
Simply
should
a question.
ask if we should teleport to the Amestins.
Is it wise?
Is it wise? Well, nothing here is wise, but
This whole situation's unwise, but
That's not true. These two seem pretty wise. Pointing at.
shut the fuck up.
Which two are you pointing at?
I was pointing at Maddie and I don't know what George
Maddie's-
used wisdom to cast, right?
yeah, but Maddie doesn't.
Maddie
yeah,
has
she's
18
charisma.
wisdom, though.
That's true.
Either
I
way.
have decent wisdom.
So
This whole situation's just. But at the same time, it's also cheaper than doing the other way of travel, the fast travel via the arcane tunnel. I will say that it's 50 gold versus however much it takes to get over there. And also, we're not fighting through a town, possibly. And they're not expecting us to do this. I couldn't scry on them. I tried to scry on his office, and I couldn't get through. So they have protection against divination, I suppose.
Well, isn't there a save?
I was doing the room.
so
Oh.
he's expecting something.
They're expecting something, but they don't know when. In fairness. Actually, if it had actually been able to work, they maybe would have had a warning, but since they didn't have a hint of that, since they have no divination, they don't know.
Ow.
Hey, Connor.
I hit my knee.
Hi, Connor.
We'll keep going.
Either way, it's whatever. This is the method I wanted to do, but I understand that it's not necessarily the best one. But everything in the situation is not the best one, to be honest with you.
All right. So at this point, we know what we're doing. We're either going to the estate or we're going to the Cape. We can ask to see.
We can't get to the
ones?
keep.
No.
We don't have a way of getting to the keep.
All right.
Well, we have a way
Okay.
of looking how to get in. There's gotta be back
So-
passages.
Okay. So then maybe asking whether we should go to the Cape or the estate isn't even the right question. It sounds like we're just going into the estate.
How about
Or are
we
we
ask?
walking?
How about we ask if the Mestons are even willing to help us? Because we don't know if they're
Could-
on our
Could the Mestons be swayed?
correct. We don't even know if they're on our side or if it's possible for them to be on our side or if they're under some sort of spell or charm or something. How can we convince? What can we do to convince the Mestons to be on our side?
The problem with that question is that if they are already on our side, we will not get an answer.
What is their state of mind, or what would their state of mind be if we showed
How
up at their
difficult would it be to get their help? Perhaps.
Maybe that's a good one. I like that one actually. That's a good one, Tia.
It's what I'm here for.
Do you have any other ideas, Alex, other than that? I personally feel like that's a good idea, but you're the one asking the question.
Honestly, I think regardless of whether or not we could get these Mestons to help, we should teleport to them. Ultimately, they're away from the town, which means there will be fewer civilian casualties there. So ultimately, if we do have to fight our way through, it's only this small family.
Potentially, that's
Right.
only like 2 kids we have to kill instead of like 20.
We're not killing kids.
In
Jesus Christ.
addition,
That was out
But,
of character, by the way.
on
Bless
the
you.
other hand, if we go to the city first, and the means that they are controlling the city is within the city itself and not from the keep directly, being able to free the city might increase our numbers and increase our chances of
I
a raid against the keep.
I think
I
whatever
mean,
it
if
is.
Rudy visibly helps people, that'll help when we, you know.
That is also true. It ultimately, again, like I said, I'm not familiar with the situation as well as you are. I'm simply the messenger.
Oh my god.
All right.
This is a really weird situation for me, you guys.
Okay. So
Why don't we ask the question then?
Why don't we ask what to ask?
Why
So,
do we ask?
hi. We want to ask you a question. What question should we ask you?
I'm pretty sure Connor would just TPK us immediately for that.
The answer. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
42.
How does this game end?
I mean, to be
Slow
fair, I
inevitable
could
death.
cast augury on what question we want to ask, and then cast divination based on that question. If we really want to
Oh my
layer
God.
this.
Somebody should
Just-
bless him while that's happening. I'm just kidding. So that sounds like that's the question that we're gonna ask.
I'm sorry, what question?
How about
The
we
co-
ask if which one it would be wiser? Which way would be wiser?
Wiser could mean different things to different people.
Or better?
which
Different
one?
things.
Which is the path of least resistance?
That sounds good.
That does sound good.
Just ask something at this point. Like,
So we'll ask that. So that's
I feel like the my impulse to speak up is approaching. That question would tell you which one is going to asking which way has the least resistance. It doesn't account for what would happen afterwards. Like, yeah, there would be a lot less resistance if you just teleport into the mess tents because you have less people to deal with. But
Maybe there's like an army of giants between there and the keep, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
also they could set out a warning. They could do X. They could do Y.
I mean,
you
they
know?
could send out a warning if we go to the town too.
so
Like,
then why don't we ask my question of how difficult would it be to sway the Mestons? If they already are willing to help us or like whatever, then it would be super easy. If they can be swayed, it would be kind of middling. But if they're pretty hard set on helping the Rosenvales, then we don't even bother.
yeah,
Oh, don't remind us.
Great practice for wording the wish, yeah.
it really is though.
then let's go with that. I mean, that's
You only get one. Are you sure this is a question you wish to ask?
Well, Rudy?
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Yes.
to clarify, we're asking how easy it would be to sway the Mestons to our side.
Yes.
Or how easy to convince them to help us. Get them to help. Whatever.
How easy it is to get aid from the Mestons.
or if just to clarify it, if we're going for something specific, how easy would it be easier to get help from the Mestins if we went to them first or we went to the town first?
In deposing the Rosenvales. We should probably add that to the question.
I love it.
Alex, do you
I
want
love
to
it.
write
They're
this
learning.
down?
They're learning.
Shut up, Kato.
I love it.
I'm writing it down. So, how easy it is to get aid from the Mestons. Wait, we're adding a part about. This is me.
Would it be easier?
We have to add that.
Would it
This
be
is the
easier?
killer
No.
of
Okay. Would it be easier
Possible.
to get help from the Mestins in deposing the Rosenvales if we went to them first or to the town?
But we don't know if the Mestons will even help us at
I
all.
will say I already have my answer to this question, so if you guys want to ask it, please.
Just give me
Okay.
It's been like 10 minutes.
Sure. Okay. Alex will start casting the spell ritually. I like the imagery that the lines he's made from the seed. Okay, start with like a circle around him, but then like make various.
gonna do one more thing before that.
I'll kill you.
Okay, go for it. Speak now for
What
Emerald
is
your
it?
piece because I have imagery and I want to convey.
It was actually
Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. I'm only joking.
I know
What's
I know we're going along here, but
It's okay. What's up?
one more thing I wants to do before we go doing this. And Gail's actually going to pull out the Fortune's Blade dagger that he had made.
Oh.
You're going to hand it to Addix. Welcome to Fortune's Blade.
Welcome to Fortune's Blade.
But everything
Kill some-
sucks.
You might die. Hey.
Congratulations, that dagger now means you may die during a mission.
Hey, it only sucks until
Yeah.
you make it not suck.
But to,
So this is something that we'll have, and only members of Fortune's Blade have. It's more important than a cloak or anything like that. That doesn't mean that you're part of any other group other than this group here, this family here.
Also,
At a-
we're not doing this with cloaks on, are we?
We
I
might
wouldn't.
not, but that's not the point. The
Yeah, no, I
point
know.
is, this is yours if you want it.
I would thank you. It is a very touching gift. What is it made out of?
Good
It's
question.
made out to the same thing as this, and Gale kind of holds up his wrist that has Misfortune's Eye.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So it was the same creature that this was one of their eyes.
Would very
It
much
was
like.
essentially a construct thing that was made by a bad god or something.
It was pre-schism.
It's very, 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 very old, and
Very old.
it made bad things happen, and we hunted it down and killed it.
Well, sounds like an interesting story for a later time.
Aye.
No. And he'll just sort of attach it to his belt. Just start the spell. So the imagery that I liked for this was that he drew the base circle around himself, and then lots of swirling lines that kind of spread out to make druidic patterns and kind of Celtic in nature, because I don't know what else to take inspiration from druid from. I like the idea that the center ring just kind of bursts into a glowing green light, and that within this light all the seeds start to sprout, and it blooms into this beautiful wreath of flowers, and the light starts following down each of the paths of the lines that he drew, and it grows following the light, and it's beautiful and serene. And then as he's finishing the spell and he gets his answer, it kind of brightens for a minute, and then it all just withers and blackens in an instant, kind of in an ominous portent of what might happen in the future.
All right. What do you ask?
I asked the question that we decided on.
Don't be a dick.
You already have your answer, so I asked the question that we decided on.
Yes, the question that gets the answer you have.
Okay, so
God damn it.
Carefully worded question that we have spent 15 minutes crafting.
you guys are all shitheads.
Should we go to the town or the Mestons first to potentially get aid? Which would help more, going to the town or the Mestons first and getting aid from the Mestons, if it is a possibility in our efforts to dethrone the Rosenvales?
Okay. Okay. So the response you get, because there's no good way for me to put it through as a nature response, because I got nothing there.
Cloud writing.
Mm.
Oh, thanks.
It's nature just whispers into your ear. All right, listen, shithead.
Hey man, that's how maybe not having good
No,
luck.
it's fine. I have to drop the decorum right now. That's all.
It technically does say contact
so-
to God, not nature, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah. So basically, the trees. Basically, what your response will be is the Mesdens are dangerous, and it would be easier to convince them to not assist the Rosenvales than to try to convince them to assist you.
I convey that to the group.
So make them a neutral party instead of an ally.
All right.
The
Huh.
trees have spoken.
I have an idea of how to do that.
The Lorax, he sprouted out of the ground and said, "Fuck you!" and then
No,
left.
we talked about the Lux yesterday. Let's not go back there.
Oh God, we did. That's
Oh,
right.
A Once
we
there popped
did.
out of the ground and said, "Do you want to fuck me?" And that was it.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
That was a conversation.
Okay. So that's the information I could give you.
Sorry.
The answer did not say how likely it is they are to lend aid in the first place.
Might be better to go to them and just convince them it might be to their benefit to not help the Rosenvales.
They can either stand in our way and get killed or stay out of it. Done.
Sure.
I think that's a good way to handle it.
So we go to the Mestons. All right. If there
Very
isn't
well.
if there isn't anything else, I think I'm going to be in prayer for the rest of the night, which will be a new experience for me. But anything for
All right.
protection, I suppose. And I'm going to go and take my pillow and a blanket, and I'm going to literally pray until I fall asleep to a Maznin.
Okay, you can do so. Anybody else?
Did you want to learn how to fly, Maddie?
Sure. I
I
don't know.
teach Maddie how to fly.
I don't know if we'll go out though. That's
It's
crazy.
it's more so like the best you can do for her right now is to tell her how it works, because you know that, like Maddie, you figured that it's not gonna last long if you try to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I cast polymorph and use speak with animals on her too. Just and so she can practice flying as a bird, which lasts for an hour.
Okay, you can certainly do that, but yeah, basically you'll get a rough rundown on how it works,
Okay.
like to the point where it's not a big deal. So don't worry about it. Anybody else want to do something before we carry on?
My wayward son.
We're gonna end it with you guys showing up in the message, basically.
Yeah. I got a thing I want to do.
Okay.
So Mercy's going up to Desna's shrine.
Oh,
who'd we lose?
Fuck.
We lost Jill.
Jill. I'm assuming it's her internet. Since she didn't text me to say she was bouncing.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine.
But Mercy's gonna go up to the shrine of Desna. I'm assuming passing Ludi sleeping in front of a shrine. And just kind of shake her head out and go, oh, she's gonna hurt in the morning. And she's gonna walk up to the shrine, kind of put both hands on her hips. You don't listen very well, so I don't know why I'm doing this, but... And this certainly isn't about us. Yeah, we're gonna go face some bad shit, but if it's blocking the sky, there's no way you can see. Not you or any of the stars. Especially if no sunlight's getting through. But something's shifting in the world right now. So much is happening. We've got all this shit happening here. Precretia. Got an entire country apparently ready to cause mass murder. I don't know where the world's going at the moment. But I know there's a lot of innocent people that's going to get hurt in all this. So I just ask one thing. There's a lot of blue cloaks wandering this world now, trying to protect people, trying to bring order. Keep the path for them, will you? Even if it doesn't seem like there's one. You've always been able to establish a path when there isn't. Even in the sand dunes, there was always a way. You led us out of that desert. I know you did. Keep helping people. Keep leading people out of this one. Keep them safe. Because there's so much going on that we can't possibly stop. I'm not a god. None of us are. Even if you're kind of an absentee one, I know you at least watch. And I don't like the thought of people getting hurt. And she's going to step back from her shrine and go inside and go to bed.
Okay. Does anybody else have something they want to do?
Nope,
Okay.
I'm good.
Mercy, you will have a dream.
Oh, god damn it. Sorry.
And in this dream, it begins very simply. You are sitting in your room, in your estate, with a coin in your hands. It's the all or nothing coin. You remember it. And you look at it, and you turn it behind your hand. You turn it between your fingers a few times, looking at it from the normal head and the tails that you're used to see from a Srecanian coin. And you turn it again, and eventually the head turns into that of a young teen girl. And you see that her eye is kind of like turned slightly, so she's looking at you, like through the corner of her eye.
Oh, I
And
don't
you
like
turn
that.
it over again, and and then you see the head again, and she's smiling. And then you turn it back over, and it's her. And you take the coin in the dream, and you put it on the table, and you spin it. And you watch as the head speaks.
Oh, that's creepy.
I'm
continue.
always watching.
Yeah.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Oh, this is weirder than talking to a star. I take back everything I've said.
Yeah.
This is
And
me
once she
talking
finishes
about
saying good luck, you'll need it, the coin spins and then falls head up. Back to normal.
Dreamhouse just gonna take the coin back and flip it, and I assume let the dream fade.
Yep. You catch the coin, your dream ends. So, the morning comes, the 79th of summer. And you all are armed and ready to take on a potentially, well, a potentially continent threatening enemy.
Oh my god, this is so fucking crazy.
And you all go to Erudite, who is waiting outside. Are you going to cast teleportation circle
I'm doing it ritually.
ritually?
Mm-hmm.
You watch as she makes a large array of circles. Takes nearly an hour. And by the end of it, you are all standing in front of a large circle with a sigil in the center of it, which Erudite knows to be the teleportation circle for the Meston estate. And as she finishes the final lines on it, a rift appears, and at Erudite's command, you all charge through. And as you all make your way through that portal, you find yourself standing inside the study of the court mage Meston.
Is he in his study?
And that is where we'll be leaving off for today's session.